Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
After the heat this weekend, we are going back into the freezer. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Storm Team alerts into our Tuesday morning for that cold air. Sorry tonight, the wind lightens up, but still going to feel brutal. Early Tuesday morning, lows fall back into the low to mid-30s. Freeze warnings for essentially all of us, including Orlando. Wind chills into the middle to upper 20s, so bundle up early in the day. Temperatures a little warmer slightly for our Tuesday as high pressure continues to build in. We are expecting highs right around 60 under plenty of sunshine. At least it'll look nice, right? From the Fox 35 Storm Center,
for just $49, they'll tune up and shut down
this
the noise.
report is sponsored by Everdor Garage Door.
Book at
Squeaks, jerks,
Everdor.com.
and rattles.
Everdor,
Your garage door's crying for Everdor.
For just $49, they'll tune up and shut down the noise. Trust Everdor for smooth service. Book at Everdor.com. Everdor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
The biggest night in podcasting.
The countdown is on to our 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards. Live from South by Southwest, March 16th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year and celebrate the most innovative talent and creators in the industry.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
When disasters like floods, fires, or storms strike a commercial property, operations can come to a standstill. If you're looking for a quick response to get your property restored with minimal interruption, that's when Paul Davis Restoration steps in. For over 50 years, we've restored buildings and confidence with fast response and expert recovery. Our goal? Reduce downtime and keep your business moving forward. Learn more at orlando.pauldavis.com. Paul Davis Restoration. When things go wrong, we do what's right.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm, under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today.
407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
What if you could buy a flippable two-sided mattress made with the finest materials that cost less than other luxury brands? This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory, and this is exactly what you'll find with our new Orthos line, available exclusively at OMF. We build these by hand using premium materials like wool and cotton. It's old-world craftsmanship with modern comfort. Our most extraordinary sleep system, built locally at a price other luxury brands just can't match. Visit the Original Mattress Factory and experience the Orthos line for yourself.
International Diamond Center makes getting the ring of her dreams easier than ever. March 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's our annual Tacori and Viraggio Bridal Weekend. The world's most renowned ring designers. They're here on the IDC stage with hundreds of new trending styles. For this event, get special incentives on these exquisite rings. Save up to $4,500 when you buy the engagement ring and wedding band, or take advantage of 36 months zero-interest financing. And all new this year, if you're looking for a lab-grown diamond, we've got you covered. In fact, fact, if you buy any Tacori or Viraggio settings, we'll give you a lab-grown diamond for free. Don't miss the biggest bridal showcase ever at IDC, featuring the industry's leaders in handcrafted, unique, and distinctive rings. Let our experts match the ring with the perfect hand-picked natural diamond, or ask about how you can get a free lab-grown diamond up to 5 carats. It's next weekend, March 6th, 7th, and 8th, exclusively at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Marlow Millennium. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Come on, kids. We're almost there. The map says straight ahead.
One-a-day 50-plus multivitamins are made for your overall health, with nutrients to support your brain and muscle function. Because don't you want to make the most of each day? So even on the family hike, you're not just keeping the pace.
Hey, Dad, wait up.
You're one step ahead. One-a-day 50-plus. The one for you. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZzzQuil Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZzzQuil Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
There's no championship league for small business owners, but if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation, one-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever, best sleep with the flu medicine.
This is the Jim
Uses
Colbert
directed
Show.
to better reach your
Take us
children.
with you for free. This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware. This is the Jim Colbert Show. Take us with you for free on the iHeartRadio app. Jack's Olympic Update on the Jim Colbert Show.
Real quick, Jim Colbert Show is now live on YouTube. We had to switch channels for the week. Go to YouTube/Real Radio 1041. Find us there all week long. More on that in a minute. Real quick, Jim Colbert Show is now live on YouTube. We had to switch channels for the week. Go to YouTube/Real Radio 1041. Find us there all week long. More on that in a minute. But let's get to a super from Wisconsin. Random big moments of the games that have now concluded. Start with speed skater Jordan Stolz with huge wins on the ice. 21-year-old from Wisconsin. His dad would clear the snow for a track on the frozen pond in their backyard. That's where he learned to skate. I want to do that. They didn't watch TV a lot. The parents put the TV on for the Olympics, and he saw Paulo Antoniano, the
speed skating monster,
speed track phenom.
Early 2000s?
Then he's like, I want to do that. And then
early 2000s,
the rest is history. 2 golds and the silver.
Cross-country skiing breakthrough. I know it was like a 90s speed skating monster, wasn't he?
Ben Ogden earned a silver medal in the team pursuit. They also grabbed the medal as well.
Early 2000s, I would say. Yeah.
Ski jumping. Cross-country skiing breakthrough after 50 years. Ben Ogden earned a silver medal in the team pursuit. They also grabbed the medal as well. It was just awesome. Ski jumping. Check this out. Not everything is about Team USA. The Previc family from Slovenia was the first family to have 4 siblings each earn Winter Olympic medals.
Wow.
So the claim was there was no proof of this. Speaking of ski jumping, penis skate was a thing for a minute. Jim was infatuated by this. Helps you jump further. They claimed. So the claim was there was no proof of this. Follow me with this. But the claim was injecting hyaluronic acid into your male member. What they found jump further than the suit, it makes the suit a little bigger. Follow me with this. It makes it larger. More. The body suit is form fitted to you. What they found was if it's larger than the suit, it makes the suit a little bigger, and there is a little more of the suit that's there. And they say a 2-centimeter change in the size of a ski jumping suit could be gaining an extra 5.8 meters in jump length.
Which is incredible. Last night I tried that whole thing. I could jump an inch higher.
They were just so much
Just
fun
an
to
inch,
watch.
huh?
That's right. It
But,
hurt.
man, congratulations on your lucky evening.
It was not worth the inch.
With
Figure
surprising
skating team gold for the United States
in the
led by
women's
Chuck and
competition.
Bates. They were
so much fun to watch.
attitude
But
towards
man,
the sport
Alyssa
and
Liu just
competition
stole the
and
show
just her
with
flawless
surprising the
performance.
figure skating
Yeah, pretty
gold
neat.
in the women's
10,000
competition.
condoms
Just
for
so much fun to
2,800
watch.
Olympians,
Her
and it
attitude
wasn't
towards the
enough.
sport
What?
and
The supply was
competition,
restocked,
and just
and
her
this seemed
flawless
to-
performance.
the amount of condoms in Olympic
pretty
Village
neat.
always seems to be
10,000
a story.
condoms.
However,
for
the thought is many
2,800
people,
Olympians,
they're just
and it
taking them as
wasn't
souvenirs
enough.
now.
What? Oh, okay.
The
Which is
supply
why they
was
kept
restocked,
disappearing.
and this seems
American
the amount of
bobsled
condoms
legend,
in
a lot
Olympic
of
Village
Myers
always seems
Taylor
to be
won
a
gold in
story.
women's
However, the
monobob,
thought is many
becoming the
people, they're
oldest
just
US
taking them as
woman
souvenirs
at
now.
Oh, okay.
Which is why they kept
Winter
disappearing.
Olympic gold,
American
pretty darn
bobsled
cool.
legend,
There's
a lot
hope for
of
us all
Myers
when we
Taylor
get to
won
be that
gold in
age.
women's monobob.
Michaela
becoming the
Shiffrin,
oldest U.S.
changing
woman
her
at
legacy
age
by winning
41
gold
to
after
win
so many
Winter
Olympic
Olympic
man.
gold. Pretty darn
It
cool.
just-
There's hope
it
for
would
us
have
all
been
when we get to be
the
that
asterisk
age.
on her career.
Michaela
She is the most
Shiffrin
decorated skier
changing her legacy by
ever.
winning gold after
Considered
so many
the
Olympic
world's best
fails, man.
skier.
You were
But
it,
if
it
she
just
would have
it
continued
would
to
have been
fail
the
at the Olympics,
asterisk on her
that would
career.
have been
She
her
is the
legacy.
most
So,
decorated
I mean,
skier
just the relief
ever.
she
considered
felt.
the
And
world's
all
best
of us who
skier.
root for her
But
felt
if she
when
would have
she had
continued
that
to
run,
fail
and
at
then
the
the added
Olympics,
emotion
that
of it
would have
being
been her
the
legacy.
first
So
Olympic medal
I
she
mean,
won since
just
her
the
dad
relief.
passed. And when
she
she just
felt
crouched
and
down
that
at the finish
all of
line,
us who
yeah,
root
yeah.
for her
and kinda
felt
talked to her
when
dad,
she
it
had
was
that
just
run,
like,
and
yeah.
then the added emotion
Lots of
of it
feels
being
up
the
in there.
first
Lots of
Olympic
feels,
medal she won
even
since
for
her
me.
dad passed, and
let's
when
go
she
to the
just crouched
Nords.
down at the finish line.
Norwegian
and
biathlete
kinda
Sturla
talked to her dad. It
Holm
was just like,
Lagergren.
he begs his
Lots of feels up in
ex-girlfriend
there.
for
Lots
forgiveness
of
after
feels.
cheating
Even
on her.
for me.
He
Yeah,
said,
those
"Go to the
days.
Nords."
I love his
Norwegian biathlete Sturla Maybe I'm
Holm
dumb as a rock.
Lagergren. I'm a member
He
of
begs his
Mensa,
ex-girlfriend
but I
for
still do
forgiveness
stupid
after
stuff.
cheating
Next
on
flex
her.
there, buddy.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Yeah,
help.
He said
that
Nord.
dude.
That Nord was in
I
the
love
wrong
his
fjord.
Nord. I regret it with all my heart. Maybe I'm dumb as a rock. I'm a
title.
member of
Someone else
Mensa,
write it down.
Yeah.
but
You
I
got
still
it.
do
All
stupid
right.
stuff.
I need
Nice
that one
flex
for
there,
later.
but
Yeah.
not gonna help.
That Nord was in the wrong fjord.
Show title.
Someone else
A
write it
few
down.
days
I'm
after
right
his
now. I need
confession
that one for later.
What was
To the
that?
world.
Was
That Nord was in the wrong
ex-girlfriend
fjord.
who wished to Oh, remain that's so anonymous. good. Can you blame her? Told the tabloid that it would be hard to
So,
forgive him for
a
cheating
few
on
days
her
after
and airing their
his
dirty laundry
confession
on the world
to
stage.
the world,
I do not choose
the
to be
ex-girlfriend
put in
who
this
wished to
position,
remain
and it hurts
anonymous,
to
can you
have to
blame
be.
her?
And
He
told
told
the
the
tabloid that it would be
publication,
hard to
"We've had
forgive him for
contact
cheating
and
on
he
her
is aware
and
of
airing
my
their
opinion."
dirty laundry on the world
bet
stage.
he is.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do
I
not
bet
choose
that
to be put
opinion
in
is
this
not
position,
terrible.
and it hurts to have to be
Not even
in
a little
it.
bit.
He
Props
told
to
the
Mike
publication,
Tirico, NBC's
"We've had
number one
contact, and he is
sportscaster,
aware of my
smoothly
opinion."
demonstrating why he
Right.
deserves that
He
Oh,
is the
yeah.
greatest.
That guy is so
opinion
great.
is that
Not
dude
terrible.
is a machine.
Because
Because doing that
Props to
is
Mike
not
Tirico,
easy.
NBC's
not-
number one
and, you know, and then
sportscaster,
his
smoothly
signed off
demonstrating
this
why he
speaking
deserves
of
that
He
praise
is the
about the Olympics.
greatest.
That guy is
That
so
guy-
great.
that
He's
dude is a
He is excellent. I
machine.
really like
Because
Mike
doing
Tirico.
that is
It's one
not
of those
easy.
things when
It's
they
not,
hired him and you know he was
and then
going to
his
replace Al
sign-off,
Michaels.
just
Speaking
total
the
class
future
act.
generations
I
about
love
the
Al
Olympics was
Michaels,
just
but I'm
chef
like,
kiss,
He's
dude.
so good.
This guy,
dude.
he is
Total
excellent. I really
class
like
act.
Mike Tirico.
Johannes
It's one of those
Clabo,
things when
the
they
Nord,
hired him and you
another
knew he was
Nord.
going
Yeah,
to
yeah.
replace
In the
Al
wrong
Michaels.
fjord.
Total class
He
act.
was not. He was in the
loved
right
Al
one
Michaels,
6
but I'm like,
times. Dude, it's
this
this guy's
Olympic
turn,
legend,
man.
Total
6
class act.
competitions, 6
Johannes
gold
Clabo,
medals.
the Nord,
He is the
another
only
Nord.
Olympian.
Was he in the wrong
Second
fjord?
Olympian.
He was not.
to
He was
have
in the
more
right
than
one
double
6
digit
times.
in gold medals. The
Olympic
other
legend,
being
6
Michael
competitions,
Phelps.
6 gold medals.
That's it.
He
Those
is
are
the
the
only
only two to be in
Olympian,
double-digit for gold
the
medals,
second
and he
Olympian
picked up
to
6 at
have
this
more
game.
than
And he is an
double-digit
ugly
in gold
booger,
medals.
if you
The
look
other
at him.
being
Michael
Michael
Phelps.
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 That's
Oh,
it.
is he
Those
really?
are the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
two to
he's
be
a
in
model,
double-digit
and
for gold
he's got
medals,
all the
and he
gold.
picked up 6 at this game. And he is an
Unofficial
ugly
mascot
booger.
of the games,
If
a
you look at
wolfhound
him.
named Nazgul,
Really?
is a model.
Who ran
Oh,
alongside
is he
skiers
really?
during
Yeah,
the
he's a model
qualifying. He
he's
was
got
one
all
of the
the gold.
favorites.
Yeah.
Check this out.
The
Italian
unofficial
police
mascot of the
arrested
games, a
44-year-old
wolfhound
Slovak
named
fugitive
Nazgul,
who had been on the
ran alongside
lamp
skiers during the
16
cross
years.
country
He
qualifying. He was
out
one of the
for
favorites.
16 years. Check this out.
We were talking
Italian
about this while
police
you were
arrested a
out.
44-year-old
For a
Slovak
string of thefts
fugitive
in
who
Italy.
had been on the
Despite
lam for 16
being wanted
years.
in the country,
was
he returned
out
to Italy
for 16
to cheer on the
years.
Slovak
We were
hockey
talking about
team
this while you
to
were
the
out.
Olympics.
For
Local
a
police
string of
found the hockey
thefts
fan
in
at a
Italy,
guest house
despite
on the
being
outskirts of Milan
wanted
and
in the
promptly took him into
country,
custody,
he returned to
where he'll
Italy
serve
to cheer on
11
the
months
Slovak
and
hockey
7 days
team
for his to the
crime.
Olympics.
Man. That's
crazy,
Police
though,
found
right?
the hockey fan at a
16
guest
years out
Yeah, yeah.
on the outskirts of Milan and promptly took him into custody, where he'll serve 11 months and 7 days for his crime.
That's how crazy is that, right?
So,
16 years out, and you come back, and it's only,
it was
just do the 11 months.
What a way to end the game, at least for America.
Speaking of hockey,
absolutely.
Team USA,
Do you lose your teeth for?
Did you
So,
ever see
Team USA defeated Canada 2-1. It was
more disappointed.
just what a way to end the game, at least for Americans.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Every medal
USA
got their little stuffed animal, got their medal, and not one of them silver medalists looking more disappointed than Team Canada. For sure.
Man,
well, neither were we. I mean, we waited since 1980s Miracle on Ice.
Got their medal, and not one of them, not a smile between one of them.
Yeah.
Scored the golden
They were not
goal.
expecting that,
His
that's
brother
for sure.
Quentin scored
Well,
in the
neither were
overtime
we.
goal for
Since, I mean, we
USA
waited
in
since
the quarterfinals.
1980s Miracle on
Both brothers
Ice.
born here That's in true. Orlando when their dad was Jack coaching Hughes, Solar as you Bears. mentioned, scored So the that's a neat golden local goal. connection.
Yeah.
His brother
Jack lost
Quentin
a tooth,
scored
too,
in an
right?
overtime goal for Team USA in the quarterfinals. Both brothers born
got a
here
stick in
in
the
Orlando
face.
when their dad was coaching Solar Bears. So that's a neat local connection.
but you don't really play hockey if you have all your teeth.
That is a crazy sport. They literally give you a weapon.
Yeah, you got
got a stick in the face.
Dudes on skates. You know what? Don't use this as a weapon.
But you don't really play hockey if you have all your teeth.
That is a crazy sport. They literally give you a weapon.
So he grew up
and they tell big ass dudes on skates, you know what?
Don't
use this as a weapon.
USA
And then like
Academy
5 seconds
to be
later,
on
they're
Team
overhand
USA,
swinging
and he
in
was
people's
another.
faces.
So he grew up. They moved to Michigan. He grew part up in Canada, but was part of the Team USA Academy to be on Team USA, and he was another great moment. What's that? When they were honoring their fallen player from years ago.
I'm going to tell you, man, doesn't the Olympics from games to games have a way of creating these wonderful narratives? And it's not manufactured. I mean, that's what makes it so unique.
And his brother.
I'm going to tell you, man, doesn't the Olympics from games to games have a way of creating these wonderful narratives? And it's not manufactured. That's what makes it so unique about the Olympics. There's always something. I mean, the networks will find a cool story and then focus on it, but they're not creating these stories. They just kind of come about on their own. That's what I think is so magical about the Olympics. There's always the Lindsey Vonn thing, all the way up to the win from Canada, the dog running along the skiers. It's always got some kind of little quirky, unique thing that lets you remember this particular game. From the tragedy of the Lindsey Vonn thing, all the way up to the win from Canada, the dog running along the skiers. It's always got some kind of little quirky, unique thing that lets you remember this particular game.
Yeah, they were riding their bike, got hit by a drunk driver. By the way, that we talked about that at the time. Boudreaux. It was him and his brother. They were in New Jersey for their sister's wedding.
Yeah, were they out on a bike ride?
Yeah, they were riding their bike, got hit by a drunk driver. We talked about that at the time, but this was, gold medal ceremony. You forget when they honored him for those close to that in the locker room tragedy, that makes an imprint, an indelible imprint. And they took it with them all the way to the gold medal ceremony, and they honored him with his jersey in the locker room the entire time, bringing his kids on the ice.
That's cool.
Shout out to Connor Hellebuck. Just a really heartfelt moment.
41 shots.
The Win made it a men and women's sweep for hockey gold, first time ever for Team USA.
I didn't watch the entire match, but I watched probably about 15 minutes of highlights from it.
Shot 41 shots.
Incredibly fun.
And that one with his stick.
That 1-2 game, there was the whole idea of it coming down the last. I didn't watch the entire match, but I watched probably about 15 minutes of highlights from it, and it was incredibly fun. That 1-2 game, the whole idea of it coming down the last. I mean, it was just what he ends it up with.
And if you didn't watch the whole thing, you're not an American.
First snack or the last snack the most important of the snacks? The opening snack or the closing snack?
I think as long as it's anything but the pizza that he first learned to cook snack.
Or the last snack?
That was pretty good.
The most important of the snack. The description of it was terrible.
He made the crowd at Whiskey Kitchen. I think as long as it's anything but the pizza that he first learned to cook snack.
No, it was not good. The description of it was terrible.
He made the crowd at Whiskey Kitchen like audibly.
I think that deserves an Instagram reel. We make it.
You're done. You're done.
However, what I had yesterday while watching the closing ceremony. By the way, here's the closing ceremony. That's like art without a budget.
Michael's a lot.
We get it.
You're done. You're done. All right.
But it was recycled content, so I gotta explain it.
Why do I
my
feel
snack was
pretzels.
legitimately what I
You guys
had.
hit Michael's a
spicy
lot.
tuna roll with wasabi and ginger because my daughter wanted that.
But it was recycled
like, all right,
costume, so I guess they get a point for that.
But also had
no,
the
my
leftover
snack
pizza
was
from
is
Whiskey
legitimately
Kitchen.
what I had.
A spicy
Heated
tuna
up in the
tuna
air
roll
fryer,
with
baby.
wasabi and ginger because my
So
daughter
the final
wanted that.
medals,
one.
Norway,
So I was like,
41
all right,
medals,
and I picked
18
off hers.
gold.
But also had the
Congratulations
leftover
to them. They
pizza
are
from
a
Whiskey
dominant
Kitchen.
Olympics
Heated up
and
in the air
to be
fryer,
matched by
baby.
USA.
So the final medals,
total
Norway,
medals,
41 medals,
12
18
gold.
gold.
So it was
Congratulations to them. They are a dominant in winter Olympics and
because
to
we
be
had
matched
10
by
in
USA.
2010.
33 total medals, 12 gold. So it was our most gold medals ever won. More gold in these games. So because we had 10 in Vancouver in 2010, but in 2010 we had 37 total medals. So we had more medals. Italy finished back in 2010 in Vancouver. However, more gold in these games. So an amazing success for us and Team USA. Italy finished in third, the host nation with 30.
Here's
And
the flight
remember,
away, buddy.
just 879 days until
for
opening
this to be
ceremonies
over.
of the Los Angeles 2028 Summer Olympics, and I want to be there.
Text us at 77031. Thanks,
Here's the
guys.
flight away,
and
buddy.
thanks, Jack. That's another
It's
great
time
season of Jack's
for
Olympic
this
Update.
to
There
be
you go.
over.
All right,
Back
407
to the Jim Colbert Show.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Thanks, guys. And thanks, Jack. That's another great
Thanks,
season
Jack.
of Jack's Olympic Update. There you go. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay right there.
From the Cosmin Law Traffic Center, Cosmin Law.
We're still working on that accident. I-4 eastbound before
From the Cosmin Law Traffic
535. Road
Center,
Ranger
car
is on the
crash,
scene.
call
However, the
Cosmin
left
Law.
lane still remains blocked.
CosminLaw.com.
Slowdowns on Florida still
Turnpike
working
northbound
on
between
that
Clay,
accident.
Wally, and
I-4
Osceola
eastbound
Parkway.
before
Also,
535. Road
Brakes,
Ranger
I-4
is on the
westbound
scene.
between Park
However, the
Street
left
and
lane
Robinson
still
Street.
remains
See
blocked.
traffic troubles? Call the
Slowdowns on
Valvoline
Florida
Instant
Turnpike
Oil Change
northbound
traffic
between
Clay,
Tip
Wally, and
866,
Osceola Parkway.
676
Also,
8477
tap the brakes,
from the
I-4
traffic
westbound
center
between
and
Park
Katy
Street
Wilkins.
and Robinson
This
Street.
report
See
is
traffic
sponsored by
troubles? Call the
Fresh from
Valvoline
Florida.
Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the traffic center and Katy Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
This is Ross Chastain, NASCAR driver and your Fresh from Florida farmer. As America marks
Guys, if you've
250
been thinking about
years, we
replacing your
celebrate the
windows
dedication
or your
of
doors,
Florida's farmers.
listen up.
Their
I've
hard
endorsed
work ensures
many
that
home
every
improvement
bite
companies.
is
The ones
harvested
I like,
at
they're
its very
straight
best.
up. No
Fresh
clown
from
show
Florida.
stuff, none
Trust
of that
is
stuff.
grown
That's
here.
why guys, if you've been thinking about replacing your windows or your doors, very best price right up front. That means there's many home improvement companies. The ones I like, they're straight up. No clown show stuff, none of that stuff. They call it their price lock. That's why I love McKinley Pro. These guys, they give you the very best price right up front. That means there's no buy today games, no fake discounts, no bait and switches, none of that. They call it their price lock. And if you find another company offering the same products and scope of work for less, not only will they match that price, they'll give you $100 for finding it. And if you want to learn more, could not be easier. Just go to myhomepronow.com. That's myhomepronow.com. That'll take you straight to McKinley Pro.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Don't think that there's something wrong with your house and that's why it didn't sell. You just need proven marketing plans from the experts at the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. The Nickley Group has more unique selling options than any other team in Orlando and Central Florida. Whether it's an instant offer or the ability to buy your next home before you sell your current home, they turn challenges into 5-star reviews. Google the Nickley Group or visit thenickley.com.
If you wanna buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
The riders who face Daytona Supercross are built different. Withstanding the most unforgiving and grueling track is not just a point of pride, but of pure grit and determination. This battle can only be felt in person. Witness the action unfold at the only place in Florida where the biggest names will battle it out under the lights. Daytona Supercross is built different. It's built for champions. It's built for fans. The gate drops Saturday, February 28th. There's only one place to be. Secure your tickets and trackside access at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
The
The world is always changing. Now you can track what's likely to happen and trade on the outcome with Kalshi. From politics and economics to breaking financial news, Kalshi markets show real-time probabilities of what will unfold. And you can make money on what you think will happen. The State of the Union is Tuesday. Will new policies be announced? What will Trump say? Who shows up? Trade outcomes live on Kalshi. Available in all 50 states. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code IHEART to get $10 when you trade $10. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Think your season's over? Let's turn your off season back on. Hoops is heating up on Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal way to bet the NBA. So you can bet on teams, star players, and more. With games practically every day, there's always something to parlay. Roll with Hard Rock Bet all NBA season. New users get paid double winnings on your first 10 bets.
Max bet of $50 per bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Host an event they'll never forget at Crush Yard. Designed for group gatherings of all kinds, Crush Yard makes it easy to bring people together for team events, birthday parties, and milestone celebrations. With pickleball courts, great food and drinks, and flexible space to play or relax, everything comes together in one place. We handle the details so you can focus on your guests and enjoy the moment. It's an interactive, high-energy experience everyone will remember. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
Life's messy. Divorce, car accidents, business disputes. At TK Law, we handle it all with experience, strategy, and the respect you deserve. We're not a buffet. We're a firm trusted by our clients and respected by our peers. Our firm has been built on decades of results. Whatever life throws at you, TK Law is by your side. One team, one strategy, one clear path forward. Visit onefirmforlife.com. TK Law, your one firm for life.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZzzQuil Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZzzQuil Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Good afternoon, JCS crew.
What's up, brother?
Over here. Been a minute. Hey, I was just listening to you talk about the Hughes brothers and everything they had. Look at the story about his mom. His mom is the director of player development for the women's team. She was an Olympic hopeful hockey player back in the day, but
early 90s.
They didn't have women's hockey in the Olympics at that time, so she shifted over so that her boys could do that. Pretty cool story, the whole family, but it's great to follow.
Agreed.
Here's how you can remember the difference between turtles and tortoises. A tortoise is a turtle, but a turtle is not a tortoise. It's sort of like Barbie dolls. All Kens are Barbies, but Barbie is not a Ken. You're welcome. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
I'm more confused.
Hey, y'all, it's Sonia again. I am sweet, super sweet, in fact. But if you mess with my animals, yeah, the knitting needle is coming out. Have a great day.
You hear that laugh?
Yeah. That's a stabber.
The knitting needle is coming out.
That's the laugh she has when the trickle of blood hits her tickle spot. That's the laugh she has. No emotion, by the way, while stabbing you.
Oh, no, not if you hurt them animals.
By the way, we broadcast live this past week from Whiskey Kitchen. Guess what? It went so well, we're going to do it again this Friday. What do you guys say?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
new
right.
location, though.
That's right. We're going to the city of Eustis for George Fest. Now, let me tell you something crazy. Like, you think Eustis, you do not think about anything that's been happening for a while. You think, well, it was a farming town. You know, lots of orange groves out there, along with Umatilla, Tavares, that entire area out there in Lake County, just pretty much for farming. Yeah, kind of lost out there in the country. No big deal. Except this thing's been going on for 124 years.
What?
That's absolutely the truth. City of Eustis celebrating George Washington's birthday with their 124th annual George Fest. This is a week-long celebration going on now. This Friday, you can catch the Jim Colbert Show. That's us at Farron Park downtown Tuesday as we broadcast live from 307 and welcome the Shaylin Band. Remember, we found those guys a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And they've been blowing up and playing Florida like crazy.
We discovered them.
Mac McAnally is going to be there as well. And if I remember right, this guy was one of the chief songwriters for Jimmy Buffett.
So both Mac and Shaylin Band are going to be on the show on Friday.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
This is a free gig, and I will tell you, when we first moved out there, we surprisingly rolled into this on accident.
I remember you talking about
We
that.
had no idea what was going on. We were just going downtown to get some food, and man, we turned around the corner, and there was stuff everywhere. They really blow it out. They have stuff all the way down in the lakefront, down in the city. It's a crazy little cool place to go up and visit. If you haven't been out there, a lot of people stop at Mount Dora. Keep on going past it a little bit. It's just right around the corner from Mount Dora, and their downtown also has great little restaurants, little bars, and cool stuff, and we have the lake right there as well.
And George Fest.
So we'll be out there 3 to 7 at Farron Park. That's Ferran Park right there in downtown. Hope to see you on Friday. We'll kind of roll out this week all the other stuff we're going to do out there for bonuses and fun stuff as well.
Prizes, giveaways.
All right. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
So I would think now that we can all agree that now reality is harder to kind of ascertain than ever. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think, especially, I think reality is the hardest thing to kind of really look at and go, yeah, that's real. Because, especially now with AI, it's so difficult to tell. And even now, as I'm pulling news stories and I'm looking for interesting stuff to talk about, when I see a video or whatever, I have to triple vet it now because you never know what's real. The immediate when I see it, I go into Google, did this happen? And then it'll populate with a lot of stuff that says, yes, it did, or you'll see nothing.
Yeah, just seeing it alone is no longer proof.
It's no longer proof.
I go to the gram, to the comments first and see, okay, who's posted that this is AI.
And you remember when Twitter was being purchased by Elon Musk, right? Remember he threw out that big number, trying to big dog it out there?
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, Jack Dorsey's like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And then Elon's like, whoa, wait a minute. I didn't mean it that much because when he found out that 40% of the accounts on Twitter are fake, they're all robots or they're bots, he was like, well, wait a minute. The revenue thing isn't like they say it is because you didn't tell me blah, 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 right? So then we found out that wow, most of the stuff that we see on, well, especially Twitter is not real, right? Well, for us, I will tell you, this is an interesting story I saw this weekend. I'm going to see if you guys have heard about this or anything. Have you ever heard of viewing farms?
No, I've heard of aura farming.
Aura farming, right? Have you heard of a viewing farm? Jack, you know what a viewing farm is?
I do not.
So this is kind of almost like a little inside job here. So I don't know if you guys will enjoy this out there or not, but I will tell you a little inside track here, right? So in our business, obviously all you hear about is the ratings, right? We get bonused and we set our fees by how well the station is rated. If a bunch of people listen, we can charge more for our products, right? And that happens like once every year, maybe twice a year, something like that, right? When it comes to setting those prices, as I remember. And that's based on a system that we know has been at least we know it's not perfect, but at least everybody is measured by the same thing, right? Everybody has the same theoretical chance of getting the rating, correct?
Yes.
Right. Now, online, that isn't exactly the same, right? We've learned that as well because we saw with Twitter that if you look at the advertising, like, oh, wow, look at how many people get to see your product. Look at how many people get to interact with your product, not realizing that they're trying to tell you it's 6,000 people, but 40% of those people aren't even real.
Right.
So is this like one of those rooms that's just set up with a digital device after digital device after digital device, and their whole job is to interact with a piece of content to make it seem viral?
Who would do that? Who would set up an entire 5-bedroom house where every flat surface in the entire property is either covered with an iPhone or a small iPad playing the same exact video over and over and over every time it goes, giving the content creator a click or a quality stream when it really didn't happen?
Influencers.
What's happening is these viewing farms are popping up. They just busted one down in South Florida. This is where I got the story from. And what they're doing is they're renting houses. Let's say the company that's doing this, they'll rent a house. They'll go into the house and they'll strip everything away from the house, and every flat surface, they'll build a mounting system. And they'll mount iPhones about 2 inches apart. You can actually go and Google this. 2 or 3 inches apart, and there are hundreds, if not thousands, of iPhones, all registered to different numbers, all registered to different
that can't be cheap.
To the YouTube.
I know.
To YouTube, that is a viewer. But think about this, Jack.
But once you pay the upfront price and you have them in hand.
If you're a major company out there and you have a product, or you're a major influencer, or you're a politician, or whatever the case may be, and you want your video to have 1 million views and you want to get paid on 1 million views, but I will tell you, you can ask Russ Rollins. When Russ Rollins first started his YouTube channel for the Monsters, he thought getting to 10,000 was going to be a snap. And I remember having many conversations about this. And it took a long-ass time to get to 10,000 when you're doing it organically.
Yeah.
When you're asking people to forward, you're asking people to like, you're putting out content every day, and man, nobody's better at it than he is. They put out tons of content, and it's good content. They do a good job. But, man, getting those viewers is so difficult. And when you see somebody like the Monsters who've been working at it for 10-plus years to get those viewers, I think they have, 35 or 40,000 users?
It's in the mid-30s.
In the mid-30s now. And they've been working on that for well over a decade. But if you pay somebody with a YouTube viewing farm, and they're saying, I'll tell you, well, how much is it going to cost me? For $10,000, I can guarantee I can get you this many views or this many clicks or whatever the case may be. Completely fake. It's all fake. Fake AF. So all you have to do is find somebody that's willing to set one of these things up and go in there and pay the guy or pay whomever it is the amount of money, and they will guarantee you a number of spins or views from one of these farms. And apparently that's a thing now.
I'd imagine.
And I will tell you, to us, it's infuriating because I can't do that. I can't even mention the service that gets our ratings for us. I can't talk about it at all. It is a major no-no for us to come on the air and speak about that at all. We will get immediately turned in for it. But these streaming guys, there's no rules. It's the Wild West. They can do whatever the F they want. And you could go to YouTube, and YouTube could be paying somebody hundreds of thousands of dollars because they're getting millions of views, and not one of them is actual. It's just a phone that's been programmed to play that video over and over and over until the amount is reached, and then they cut it off and move on to the next customer. Crazy. You know what an impact that could make on this business and other businesses as well? If they were to find out that you know, every YouTube viewer, when you're going there, you're paying for it.
Yeah.
And YouTube is cashing out check left after right, paying people tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and all that person did was hire a viewing farm.
But YouTube is also collecting on that because that's how they sell their advertising. They're not losing money, right? So based on however many, quote, views a video gets, that's how they charge. That's how they get the money for the advertising, and a portion of that goes to the content creator.
But it usurps the entire business, does it not?
100%,
It completely obliterizes the entire idea that streaming is a viable way to get your message out there when they find out that a large percentage of the streams aren't even actual.
Yeah, the clients who, like, whether it's Procter & Gamble or whoever's advertising thinks they're getting a certain amount of viewers, and they're really only getting a fraction of that.
Wow, man. So crazy. He says you can tell because, let's see, live's at 50,000 viewers, but the chat is going slower, like there's only 400 people. So he said there's ways that people can tell that it's happening. But, you know, if you're not savvy to that, and this is a new scam, I mean, it'll have some life until somebody really figures it out, until they figure out how to shut it down. Interesting. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Deb, you're going to be pretty happy.
I doubt it.
I think, though, I really don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. So Orange County, if I remember Orange County approves this animal welfare update. This is the first time in 20 years that Orange County has updated their animal welfare statutes. And I have to tell you, I think you're going to like this, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll tell you what the change is next.
Real Radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Anyway, nobody cares. But it's for your memory, right? Like, because I worry about that.
I love the irony that you can't remember what you got for your memory. That's pretty good.
That is so true. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, it drives me nuts.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Crew still dealing with an accident. I-4 eastbound before State Route 535. Left lane there is blocked. Heavy delays now, I-4 westbound between the Beach Line and 535. Also a slow ride on Florida's Turnpike northbound between Clay Wally and Osceola Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals. Upgrading to a metal roof? Tri-County Metals is offering a factory direct rebate up to $500. Built to last. Built for your home. Register today at TriCountyMetals.com.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit theNickLeeGroup.com.
International Diamond Center makes getting the ring of her dreams easier than ever. March 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's our annual Tacori and Verragio Bridal Weekend. The world's most renowned ring designers. They're here on the IDC stage with hundreds of new trending styles. For this event, get special incentives on these exquisite rings. Save up to $4,500 when you buy the engagement ring and wedding band. Or take advantage of 36 months zero-interest financing. And all new this year, if you're looking for a lab-grown diamond, we've got you covered. In fact, if you buy any Tacori or Verragio setting, we'll give you a lab-grown diamond for free. Don't miss the biggest bridal showcase ever at IDC, featuring the industry's leaders in handcrafted, unique, and distinctive rings. Let our experts match the ring with the perfect hand-picked natural diamond, or ask about how you can get a free lab-grown diamond up to 5 carats. It's next weekend, March 6th, 7th, and 8th, exclusively at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Think you're not the suing type? But you aren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
To everyone looking for a little something extra, Delicious Rewards has officially arrived at Culver's.
With Delicious Rewards, you earn 10 points for every $1 you spend. Those points can be redeemed for free menu items. Because the more you enjoy Culver's, the more we love rewarding you for it. You'll even get special treats every now and then just for being a fan. Plus a more personalized Culver's experience. Join today at culvers.com/earn and start earning points with every purchase.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious. To everyone who loves sharing a great meal, let us tell you about our Wisconsin fish fry at Culver's.
We hand batter our cod and walleye so your meal tastes homemade. Our walleye is only around for a limited time, so when it's here, we make sure every bite is worth it. Since we cook our food fresh, you and your family get a satisfying crunch every single time. It's the same with our butterfly jumbo shrimp. It's made to order and golden fried to perfection. So grab your loved ones and join us for one of our favorite traditions. From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
I'm David. I'm an attorney. When my wife was seriously injured in a car accident, we called attorney Glenn Klausman. He met with her at the hospital and again at the rehab facility. Glenn Klausman genuinely cared about my wife's injuries and spent time with us to understand all the ways her injuries affected her. Because we chose attorney Glenn Klausman, my wife received an extremely fair settlement, and Glenn Klausman helped us receive as much money as possible by getting the medical bills reduced. I highly recommend Glenn Klausman. Glenn Klausman at KLAUSMANlaw.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TODAY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu. Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
There's no championship league for small business owners. But if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation. One-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. From the pursuit of gold. Golden goal. To the bracket busting in March.
You think you know what's going to happen, but it never goes as scripted.
From the first pitch in spring training.
Ohtani tees off.
To the dreams of the NFL draft.
With the first pick.
You're one tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local stations. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
Radio now comes with moving pictures. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Hello everyone, Simply Jeremy here. Hey, I was wondering if you guys had seen the story about the upstate South Carolina boutique owner who has been arrested 11 times in the last 2 months for scamming people. Yeah, it's a big story going across the Carolinas up here. 11 times in 2 months, and it's all for scamming people.
Scamming for what, though?
Side note, this lady yelled at me and said I was a little man had little man syndrome. All because I told her she couldn't park in a certain spot. She's a class act. Later.
What?
Hey, Stillwater Dave here, checking in. That whole turtle, tortoise, Barbie Ken thing is just gnawing at me. I mean, I get what she was trying to say, but here's the deal. There's turtles, there's terrapins, there's tortoises. Turtles have paddle feet, terrapins have webbed feet, tortoises have elephant-looking feet.
Right.
The reason they're all generally considered turtles is because Americans are stupid.
I take offense to that, sir.
Yeah, but I think he's right.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jag is here as well.
That combined with our arrogance, it's why we don't have the metric system.
You think? You saying we don't adapt well? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, ignorance and arrogance combined? Oh, that's a beautiful combo.
Yeah, those are the best personality traits to power up more than any, right? Yeah. So, Deborah, I was telling you, Orange County now, right? They have a new ordinance. This is the newest one, I think, in 20 years that they've made a welfare change to the animal world. You didn't see this? You promised?
No, I did not.
I'm interested to see what you think about this.
All right.
All right. So, the new reality for Orange County pet owners is if you lose your dog, you will get it back.
Really?
After they sterilize it.
Okay.
So that's the new thing. So what happens here is this. The new reality for Orange County pet owners after commissioners unanimously approved the county's first major animal welfare update in 2 decades, requiring mandatory sterilization for impounded pets. A change officials will say will sterilize an additional 700 dogs per year. So if you're out there and you have a dog and you want to breed this dog, keep them tight, because if the dog gets out and it's caught by the county, by the dog catcher, animal services, whatever the case may be, it is mandatory now. There is no, I'll pay a fee to get my dog back if you don't. None of that stuff. If that dog is caught by animal services in Orange County, that dog is going to be either neutered or spayed.
But look at the bright side. You could still clone him.
Yes, you could steal for $50,000. It passed 6-0, by the way.
Oh, wow.
And I had no idea that wasn't the case already, to be honest with you. I always thought that once that happened, I thought they were going to talk about euthanization. That's what I thought they were going to talk about. Like if you lose your dog, dog
they get them back.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is, if you lose a dog and it goes into animal services, like if animal welfare has to pick up your dog because it got out of your house, and it goes, you only have a certain amount of time to get it, right?
It's not a lot of time.
It isn't, right?
No,
like
it's not a
48,
lot of
72
time.
hours or something like that? Yeah, it says the ordinance Pat 60 also creates new protections against dangerous dog and unethical pet sales, formalizes the county's trap, neuter, return program for community cats as well. It says the ordinance will take effect immediately upon adoption. However, the mandatory sterilization will not start until February of next year.
Okay.
Yeah. It marks a significant shift from the county's previous approach, which required sterilization only after a pet was impounded twice.
Okay.
So you had to lose your dog twice, and then they would be like, you are not a good dog owner, and if this thing gets out and starts procreating, we're going to have more of this issue. And that's exactly what they're trying to stop here.
Oh, yeah, they're trying to stop the shelters from filling up.
They're already overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And they have to do something to keep that from happening, so they've reduced this. And I'm assuming this is for your cat as well. I think it's if your pet gets loose. I mean, do most cats wear leashes? Or is it not a collar?
I think if they're outside cat, no. But all of our cats are microchipped.
Oh, they're all chipped.
Yeah.
Does that matter?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Is that still a thing? Like I thought you still had that. Like it was still recommended that your cat or dog have a collar with a tag, right? With a number.
If they're outside with their rabies tag and stuff like that. But our cats are never outside. What's interesting though is that one of the biggest microchip companies just recently went bankrupt and took with it all of its records. So if your pet is microchipped, I think it's the name of the company is LifeTouch, and they recently went out of business.
Uh-oh.
And so now if your pet is microchipped that way, there's no way of finding you because that information is with the company that failed.
That shouldn't be allowed.
That shouldn't be allowed. There should be a fail-safe way of registering your animal's microchip so that if the company is no longer in business, you can still find your domestic pet.
The county or state has a copy of all of those records.
Yeah,
so another company can...
Or at least so you could transfer that chip signal to another company. Or at least, they should at least have a database there or something, right? If you're going to go out of business, that's fine, but create a database so we can go and find what we need to find to be able to ship that ownership into another company that's still around.
Because if your whole business is about reuniting lost animals with their families, and then you go out of business and leave all of these pets and families kind of up in the air, then... what good was your service in the end?
Between that, now we know we can't rely on Ring doorbell to catch our missing pets. And now if they get out, they're going to be, sterilized. What are we coming to?
And I got a $7.5 million commercial to prove that's right. It said the latest revisions to this ordinance were in 2005. And basically what they said is the reason they made this change is because everybody out there said, let's do it.
Yeah.
It says, we know from listening to our community, the staff members, rescue partners, volunteers, foster parents, and they're monitoring trends in animal welfare, these updates are needed. Exemptions do include animals whose owners were hospitalized or incarcerated, pets certified by vets as breeding quality or medically unfit for surgery, show animals, law enforcement dogs, and service animals. All of those have exemptions, but only once.
Right.
So even if your service dog gets out or your show dog that you invested in so you could breed that dog as your business, if that one gets out, they sterilize. They cut those expensive nuts too.
3 words, mind your business.
Yeah.
If that's your business, then you really need to make sure that dog doesn't
exactly.
get out.
And it says,
what? Hey, here's an angle.
I know what you're Jack. This is
There's right. If I had a dog and it's like he's not fixed yet, and I need to get him fixed, I'd call the county on him myself.
Let him out.
Let him out.
I got an APB.
Call the county.
Put something around him where you can easily find him, like a scarf or something.
Let him go for the week, with the whole cone of shame stuff, and then when he's all better, then I go pick him up.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
How much does that cost, though? I mean, it's not that much, is it, to spay or neuter your dog? I know when you adopt one. By the way, we got our dog adopted, did we not?
Yes, we did. Kayak, the little pup that was in with us last week for Animal House from the Pet Alliance.
That snuggle monster.
Yeah. She was. I think she was picked up like the very next day.
Yeah. That doesn't shock me. She was an absolute beaut.
By the way, I just wanted to give an update on something. We have evacuations underway because the brush fire. No, brush fire burning near a school in Daytona Beach.
Oh, my.
So that brush fire near a school in Volusia County is sending plumes of smoke into the air this afternoon. So Volusia County Fire Rescue says the 25 acres, so it's near Champions Elementary School in Daytona Beach and west of the Mosaic, a subdivision. Florida Forest Service, Daytona Beach Fire Department are on the scene. So if you have any business to do in Daytona Beach, I'd pretty much avoid that area.
Wildfires are such a phenomenon and an amazing thing how it can be so acutely affecting one area and not the surrounding areas. I mean, you'll still get the smoke and stuff, but it can be literally like hell for a town. And I'm specifically talking about, remember the Paradise Fires that we talked about?
That video out of the Paradise Fires was one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen.
So they made a movie about it.
Yeah, I saw that.
The Lost Bus?
No, not The Lost Bus, but they made it. Wasn't there a
documentary?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. They did a movie with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
It's called The Lost Bus.
Didn't know that.
Yeah,
School bus full of kids.
School bus full of kids, based on a true story of getting out, and it's like driving through the fire, and you're like in hell, and then you come through it, and then it's like, oh, it's the rest of the world. It's daylight.
Right.
And
it's like 28 days later, right? When you look up and there's a plane flying over and you think you're in hell, but the rest of the world, you're just quarantined.
Yeah. But that movie with Matthew McConaughey, the reason I wanted to see, besides being, interested in the story, I know we talked about it with Ross back on the early days of What'd You Do That's New.
Right.
And how it just took over a town on a regular school day, just destroyed a town and then moved on. But Matthew McConaughey, they were filming it when I was in New Mexico, in Ruidoso, New Mexico. They were filming it the days I was there with Matthew McConaughey driving a bus down the main strip in Ruidoso. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video.
I think I'm in the movie.
The video out of you better get some money. The video out of the Paradise Fire, the one that from the documentary. I mean, that's just the most horrifying thing ever. I mean, and the crazy thing is, again, just kind of
the scene of the people standing in the parking lot as fire surrounds them.
Yes, no idea what's going on and how fast it's moving. Because and that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, you don't know how quickly those things can get on top of you. And if you remember the scene in that movie, people are asking what's going on, and a lot of people didn't have answers, and they said they think it's just right over there. And then somebody comes in and says, yeah, it's just right over there, but it was just right over there before that.
Yes.
In other words, it just moved 8 miles in 3 minutes.
And then they realized, they didn't have 3 different fires. It was like, oh, no, this is one fire.
One fire.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the great thing is those who lost their homes to like the Palisades fire from last January, they just got bills from the city of Los Angeles for shrub clearing.
Are you serious?
I am 100% serious.
Wow.
They lost their home, and then the city says, oh, here's your bill for clearing the shrub. It's like, didn't the fire take care of that?
Right. I thought, well, it burned everything about my fireplace.
Right, exactly.
The irony, I still think the biggest ironic thing of that entire thing is, as they're doing the overhead shots of all of those slabs, the only thing left were the fireplaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the fire.
Yeah.
By the way, going back to this story here, it says, the reason why, like Deb was saying, is as the shelters are struggling to find space and homes for animals to be adopted. So when we have Kenny Tallier come in and you hear him get a little serious about the issue they're having, that is not drama. They're not trying to drum up business. I mean, that's a set thing for them. What they're really trying to do is make sure that these animals they're taking in have safe places to go or loving homes to go to. And it is a real challenge right now. It's no joke. That's why they've instituted this. And they think this will save 700 or so animals per year to stay out of the shelters. And they're hoping that multiplies as they go forward.
That's great, because the pressure of a no-kill shelter is the fact that you have to find homes and you have to be able to take care of all the animals you take in. So when you get to that critical stage of too many animals, you feel that as, whether it's finding foster homes, permanent homes, or housing them yourselves. And that's why, different pressures with the shelters that actually euthanize. But, man, it can get tricky.
Yeah, now, and the other thing, Deborah, here I found interesting, he said the ordinances also reduces the time that owners have to reclaim lost pets from the shelter, because animal services now operate 7 days a week. Stray hold periods will be measured in calendar days instead of business days. So that means Saturday and Sunday count now.
Yeah.
It says effectively shortening the time owners have to reclaim their lost pets. Dogs with IDs will be held for 5 calendar days, down from 5 business days. Dogs without IDs will be held for 3 calendar days. And for cats, those with IDs will be held for 3 calendar days, down from 5. And cats without an ID will just have 1 calendar day. Now, I have a question.
Oh, that's terrible.
The obvious question here is if
by the time you realize your pet is gone and where you're going to go to look for him, it could be already past the deadline.
It could be past the deadline. And the other thing I was going to ask, so if an animal is like, Jack, let's say your dog gets out, right?
I don't have a dog. He died when I was young. Thanks for the reminder.
Somebody calls animal services and they get your dog, right? So now you realize, okay, let's say it's Tuesday, you realize your dog is missing. right?
Okay.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Now, when Animal Services has it, let's say you don't realize it's missing. So at the end of that, do that animal that's in the county's possession, that is at an Animal Services, that isn't it? It's not a separate hold. So that means at the end of that time, it's euthanized. They're euthanizing him.
Yeah. Apparently, it happened to one local family. Their dog was picked up and an hour later was euthanized.
An hour later?
An hour later.
Jeez.
Did it have ID?
That part I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, that's a quick turnaround there.
A little too quick. By the way, that wildfire in Brevard County is now, or Volusia County is now up to 70 acres, and they are evacuating homes that are on the backside. That Mosaic subdivision, where it backs up against the fire. So there are evacuations going on
So
right
I'm guessing
now.
if you live in that area or you drive around that area, you probably want to steer clear.
Yeah, absolutely.
God, I hope they get that thing under control before it starts taking homes out. And with the wind out there, it's not easy. The wind is blowing like crazy out there.
Every weather update I had, like on my smart speaker, kept just talking about the extreme fire danger.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody said, except for Animal Services is closed on the weekends, you can't go in and you can't call them. I like the fact that they've updated these standards. I don't like the fact that they've given families less time to go in. It seems like they give you a win and then they take it away.
It says the ordinance formalizes the county's trap neuter return program, which sterilizes community cats and returns them to outdoor locations rather than keeping them in shelters. In other words, if they found them on the street as an outdoor cat, they just fix them and then put them right back outside.
Well, these are those cat colonies that we've talked about before. So they'll go out and spay and neuter those cats or bring them in and spay and neuter and then just let them finish out their lives in that cat colony. And then when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah. It also says new pet sale requirements mandate that puppies and kittens be at least 8 weeks old and examined by a vet within 30 days of sale. Sellers must provide an official certificate of vet inspection. The ordinance also adds consumer protections because we just saw the story last week about the woman who bought that sick dog from the puppy mill, and the dog passed. And of course, she's losing her damn mind, as well she should, because I think that's when you make your biggest connection with your animal, right? The first week or so it's home.
Oh yeah.
And when you can't put the damn thing down because you're cuddle crazy, right? It says allowing buyers to seek remedies if pets are sick or have congenital or hereditary disorders. And then it has a bunch of other stuff about microchipping, violation fines, other two animal service advisory. So it was a big change for Orange County, this update. So if you are interested in that, you can go to bungalower.com. They have the story up right now. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
AI edits itself. We double down. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Old Man Winter is back in Central Florida. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. A somewhat short visit from Old Man Winter, but you'll need the jacket as we progress through the rest of our Monday into our Tuesday. It'll be starry and still breezy through late evening with temperatures dipping back into the mid-30s. Freeze warnings essentially area-wide, including the Orlando metro, for temperatures that are going to dip close to the freezing mark. Wind chills in the 20s. So bundle up early on Tuesday. It will be bright and a little milder for our Tuesday afternoon. Still well below average with highs topping out near 60. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Florida Pest Control. Termite alert. Termite swarms are active in your area and can cause serious damage. Trust Florida Pest Control, Florida's termite expert since 1949. The only bugs they can control are litter bugs. Book a free inspection at flapest.com.
Man, there is no question that when you have plumbing problems in your house, the entire place stops running. No showers, no flushing toilets, no working sinks. It is the worst. That's why it's always smart to have a reputable plumbing company on call. And for me, it's easy. That's Modern Plumbing Industries. These guys are awesome. From houses to high rises, they can do it all. Employee owned and in business since 1975. And guys, they do it all. That's right. All plumbing problems, gas, water heaters, and so much more. And when you book your appointment, be sure to mention the Jim Colbert Show and get that $50 discount. Call today for 24-hour service. This number is easy, 407-327-6000, or just visit them online at modernpi.com.
Looking for a workout that doesn't feel like a workout? At Crush Yard, wellness is all about movement, connection, and fun, no matter your skill level. Whether you've never picked up a paddle or you play every week, pickleball gets your body moving and your stress levels down. Adding great food, refreshing drinks, and a social atmosphere, and it's wellness you actually want to show up for. Learn more at crushyard.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
There's something for everyone at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Come face to face with more than 800 animals. Discover new lions and sea hyenas like never before at our largest, most immersive animal habitat expansion, Lion and Hyena Ridge, opening this spring. Then feel the rush on 8 thrilling coasters and let the good times roll at Mardi Gras. With bold flavors, live music, parades, and beads for all. Busch Gardens, where wonder meets wild fun. Buy a Busch Gardens Fun Card, get Adventure Island free for only $99.99. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Elevate your sleep experience with an adjustable bed and make everyday activities like reading, watching TV, and working in bed more comfortable. At the Original Mattress Factory, we know not all adjustable beds are created equal. You want one that has the features you actually need, like anti-snore and zero-gravity positions. We offer high-quality adjustable bases paired with a hand-built mattress, all at a factory direct value. And we have product in stock and ready when you are. Visit an OMF location to elevate your sleep experience today.
TK Law does divorce differently. No gimmicks, no false promise. They don't fight for men or women. They fight for you, your facts, your future. TK Law, one firm for life. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
Running a business is hard enough. Don't make it harder with dozens of apps that don't talk to each other. One for sales, another for inventory, a separate one for accounting. That's software overload. Odoo is the all-in-one platform that replaces them all. CRM, accounting, inventory, e-commerce, HR, fully integrated and easy to use, and built to grow with your business. Thousands have already made the switch. Why not you? Try Odoo for free at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Pavers Depot.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What it do, Colbert crew?
Hi.
You know him.
Your favorite tea bag in the village of Duval.
Expected to see this guy.
Still a little under the weather. Turns out it wasn't a hangover. I got that there flu.
Oh, good.
I tell you what, it's got me down since Wednesday. I'm finally able to eat it. That ain't no S to joke around with.
No.
That sucked. Have a good one, y'all.
Hey, buddy. Glad you're feeling better.
And to be clear, you said that's good, meaning that's why he didn't come out to see you, not good that he has the flu.
It's better that he has the flu than
a hangover?
Than a 2-day hangover. Would you agree with that? Because what do you have to do to yourself to be hungover for 2 days?
I don't think you have to do anything yourself that he has not already done to himself.
I think the flu is a natural experience humans go through. I would rather him have the flu for a few days than have done something to his body that requires a 2-day hangover. That's why I said that.
Here's one more. Big T, what do you got?
Good afternoon, morning, Colbert Carew, and I am here with... It's Monday! No, you're Swilly. This is Swilly here with me, and we were just wanting to come and talk about a little bit, man, the FOMO, the live event. What was the notice? It was so short.
What?
Yeah, we really would love to come out. Week's a little short on notice, but also, yeah, I know, cigars, Jimmy. But
oh,
also,
my God, we
Jimmy,
gave so many away.
What do you call a bee that's having a bad hair day?
I don't know what.
A Frisbee. Big T. Okay, I love you. Goodbye.
Do not bring that guy. Don't bring your friends into that.
Whoa.
We love Swilly.
I love Swilly too, but I don't want him to be an accomplice to a terrible joke.
This Friday, we're going to be live again, so you can come out to Eustis.
Right, yeah.
Do you have more cigars to give away, Jim?
I have tons of cigars. Matter of fact, listen, I brought 2 boxes back that I didn't get to give away. I probably gave away 100 cigars that day.
At least.
Serious. I was throwing boxes at people. So come on out. We're gonna have some. We're gonna have another good time in Eustis.
I remember Jimmy looking right over me. I hear him go, "Can you catch?" And then I see this box flying through the air. Guy caught it.
Yeah, he did. Very happy. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that Nick Reiner pleaded not guilty to stabbing his mom and dad to death?
Yeah, with his public defender.
Yeah.
Because his other lawyer quit.
So let me ask a quick question. Why do you do that? Why? Because here's the thing. He's going to go to trial. I mean, obviously, they're probably going to do an insanity plea. Is that what's going to happen?
I guess I think you might have just answered your question because if you have an insanity plea, you're not guilty for reasons of insanity.
Yeah, so I guess that's probably what they're going to have to do. I think they're going to have a difficult time.
I was going to say, an
proving
insanity plea is really, 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 because again, all of his actions after the fact show an acknowledgement that he knew what he did was wrong.
Yeah, not to mention his addiction would have led him to decision-making processes that were not good. Everything that I read about that encounter that day was that he was pestering his dad for more money to do another project, to do another film project. The problem is Rob Reiner didn't want to give him the money because he knew he was going to take it and go do drugs or do whatever.
Yeah.
So he was saying no over and over again, and apparently that frustration was building, and at that party, a number of people who were there, a lot of them did not want to say anything, just out of respect to the family, and they didn't want to kind of continue the story on that path.
Or have to be a witness at a trial.
Right, exactly. But, there were some people who did speak anonymously saying that it was very aggressive, that he was being very aggressive to his dad and his mom, so much so they actually had to leave the party because he was making so much of a ruckus that he just left so that Nick would have to leave as well, which is exactly what happened. And he's never going to get that. And from what I understand, when you start paving the road of that insanity thing, and you're not deemed insane, he has no case.
Right.
He has no case. They have all of the evidence against him. He is 100% guilty. They've got blood evidence. They've got all the evidence they need to convict this guy. So I guess he is rolling the life dice. I don't think he has a choice, right?
Yeah.
He's rolling the life dice, hoping to get an insanity plea, and he's going to lose. With a public defender as well, he's going to lose. I can imagine he could get anybody to defend him out there in Hollywood with him taking out the guy he took out.
Oh, no, you can, because you will find a lawyer who just wants to have their name, that spotlight. I mean, there are lawyers who take losing cases all the time.
I know, but
just for the publicity.
I know, dude, but defending OJ is not defending one of the most beloved dudes in Hollywood for the last 70 years.
Yeah,
and his father, for that matter. I mean, that entire family, dude.
I think there's 2 things lawyers are looking at, or maybe 3. That are looking for the publicity, that are looking to get paid for their services, and that are looking for a client who's going to cooperate. And I don't think they're getting that. I think that might have been the problem, or maybe maybe he didn't have the money. Maybe the funds dried up to pay for the lawyer.
The family cut him off. I mean, he's completely cut off.
Yeah.
They has no access. Matter of fact, I believe his brothers and sisters said that they would not help him financially. Obviously, like why in the F would you do that?
Yeah.
But his brothers and his family, his siblings and the family said that they would not help him at all financially. He would be completely cut out.
And there could be good documentation to support an insanity defense based on, I believe they also said his medication just changed.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's got a history of that, but he's got a history of other behavior as well. I don't know where they draw the line where it's, quote, clinically insane, where you're not responsible for these actions. He seemed to be somewhat functioning.
So let me ask you,
outside of this incident.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Okay, so let's say you are Reiner, right?
Which one?
Is it Eric? What's the guy's name?
Nick.
There you go. You're Nick Reiner.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And you are homeless.
Who looks guilty in every picture you see?
I know.
Yeah, it couldn't be more guilty.
Yeah.
And you are homeless.
He looked so mad, like he just won the silver medal in U.S. men's hockey. That's how mad he was.
So you're Nick Reiner, and you're homeless, and your father is Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
Do you believe that holds some kind of value to be insane? In other words, if you have a family that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars that could easily support you financially if you only would adhere to the family's rules and still to lead this lavish life, all you have to do is just listen to dad and mom for a little while, and you have the world at your fingertips, and you can't pull that off. Would that, in a judge's eyes, be some level of insanity? Because he was homeless for, 3 or 4 years or something?
And he even lived with them and had access, and kind of pissed on that,
Had the
too,
pool
destroyed
home.
it. Yeah.
Remember his pool home?
What I've seen with mental illness is they operate, at times, they can operate in this separate reality, a delusional reality, where they will confront you on issues where it's like they are living in a different world, and you're trying to rationally deal with someone who's in a rational state of mind. And so to them, they believe it's real.
Right.
And they believe you are doing these things to them. They believe they are the victim. And so...
Yeah, that was my mom, paranoid schizophrenia.
And so it is an incredibly hard thing to deal with in any family situation, let alone one that leads to this level of violence and tragedy.
Yeah. Now, had they tried to convict my mom would easily be able to claim insanity because there are so many of those moments. But here's the other wrinkle there, Jack, right? So is it insane if you don't take your meds? My mom knew medication helped her. Matter of fact, there was a specific prescription that she got. But like I said, and like I've said 100 times, the insidious nature of what I dealt with when it comes to the paranoid schizophrenia is if you take the pills for a week, 2 weeks, 3 months, whatever the efficacy.
It's a tough one, Jimmy, and I applaud you for trying. However, you still get
efficacy rate. In other words, how long it takes, because some of those medications take 2 or 3 weeks to get in there and to kind of level out. But my sister, my mom, my sister, myself, my entire family told my mom while she was on the medication that it was like old mom. It was like, this is the mom I remember when we were growing up. Well, my mom thought that once the meds got her there, she could just stop taking it. The miracle had been done. It was over. She didn't need to take it anymore. And when she stopped taking it, within a week, she was right back where she was before, foiling out her windows, unplugging the microwave because people were washing through it, and all of that happened. So the question would be would a judge look at the ability or the inability to take the meds as insanity? In other words, would you be like, if you saw the difference and you knew it, everyone told you that you were acting the way you normally act while medicated and you chose not to medicate yourself, is that insane? Because you believe that you have the answer already.
Yeah. Well, one thing I know is that question is not going to be new to any
No,
court.
it's definitely not.
Because it's like the trap of medication.
Sure, yeah.
That you feel better, that the medication's working, you feel better.
All
It's
good.
like, I'm good.
Yeah,
it
all
fixed
good.
me.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you stop taking it. It's happened countless times.
And the crazy part is once she stopped taking it again and went right back to her original behavior, the behavior that we were upset about, and we point that out, she would call us the crazy ones. And she would also say, well, I've already taken the medication. It's already made me better. What you're seeing now is what I'm normally. I mean, we're like, Mom, it doesn't work like that. You have to take the meds all the time. It's a daily thing, no different than a heart medication or a liver medication.
Yeah.
And we tried to associate that with her, tried to say, hey, look, if a doctor told you had to take this or your liver was going to bleed, would you take it? Well, yeah, I would, because there's a physical action that she can visualize happening. Like, I take this pill, it's like plugging up my liver. But you can't say that with your brain. Like, hey, Mom, if you take this, you'll think, quote unquote, normally.
And when
you even point out what that is.
When you are challenging her on what she believes, suddenly you become the enemy and therefore cannot be trusted in any aspect of her life.
Which is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
100% exactly what happened. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Let's see what we get to talk about here. Oh, my God. This is a good one, Deb. Karen is done. No more Karens. We have a new name and a new annoying woman, and I'll tell you who she is next.
Hope it's not Deb.
Get ready for high-flying action unlike anything else on the Supercross circuit. Daytona Supercross returns to the World Center of Racing February 28th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com or call 1-800-PIT-SHOP.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Busy out on the roadways this evening. I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and 535 is a slow ride. Lots of company as well. I-4 westbound between the Beach Line and 535. Also, crews still working on clearing an accident blocking the left lane. I-4 eastbound before 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by NobleGoldInvestments.com. Ready or not, retirement is coming. If your portfolio isn't built for market ups and downs, Noble Gold Investments can help. Learn how easy it is to protect your savings with physical gold and silver. Get your free wealth protection kit at NobleGoldInvestments.com. That's NobleGoldInvestments.com.
Guys, listen up. If you've been thinking about replacing your windows or doors, you got to hear this. I've endorsed a ton of home improvement companies. The ones I like are straight up. That means no clown show stuff, no silliness, and that's why I like the guys over at McKinley Pro. Here's why. They give you their very best price right up front. No buy today games, no fake discounts, no bait and switch, none of that. They call it their price lock. And check this out. If you find another company offering the same products and scope of work for less, not only will they match that price, they'll give you $100 for finding it. And if you want to learn more, couldn't be easier. Go to myhomepronow.com. That's myhomepronow.com. That takes you straight to McKinley Pro.
Get ready for high-flying action unlike anything else on the Supercross circuit. Daytona Supercross returns to the World Center of Racing February 28th. From world-class pyrotechnics and dazzling rider show intros to side-by-side intensity all night long, the atmosphere at Daytona is truly unmatched. Guarantee your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com or call 1-800-PIT-SHOP. Don't miss the track walk add-on. It will sell out. Daytona Supercross at the World Center of Racing.
Good luck surviving the offseason, football fans.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Football's over, it's like a part of me just died inside. 200 days till football's back, but tonight I won't just cry, cause I've got a ways to play. And that's the place with Hard Rock Bet, I will survive.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
The world is always changing. Now you can track what's likely to happen and trade on the outcome with Kalshi. From politics and economics to breaking financial news, Kalshi markets show real-time probabilities of what will unfold. And you can make money on what you think will happen. The State of the Union is Tuesday. Will new policies be announced? What will Trump say? Who shows up? Trade outcomes live on Kalshi. Available in all 50 states. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code IHEART to get $10 when you trade $10. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
People don't listen to radio ads. While you're driving or making a sandwich, your subconscious pays full attention. So relax. Let it take over.
Sunday makes yard care simple with a custom plan based on your soil, climate, and yard size. No pesticides, no harsh stuff.
Custom Sunday Lawn Plan.
Order today and get your
Custom Sunday Lawn Plan.
ready for the season ahead. Sunday, a smarter, healthier yard.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Premier Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Premier Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Premier Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-723-7533. 407-723-7533. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 407-723-7533.
Sunnyside Electric.
My outlets aren't working.
I can help.
Great. Send an electrician.
Do you have extension cords?
Ugh, here we go again. I should have called Frank Gay.
Plug the cord into your neighbor's house.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work, you need a qualified electrician who doesn't take shortcuts and will fix the problem right the first time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station guaranteed human. You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Good afternoon, Colbert crew. Your recent conversation about insanity and things about that reminded me of dealing with a bunch of family members on the political spectrum. Oh my God. Challenge them on their beliefs and you become the enemy quickly. I don't care if you have facts on your side or not. I think we might have a mental crisis in this country. Thank you. Bye.
They'll tell you it's the other side.
Hey guys, Deputy Scott. Hope you had a great weekend. It was cool catching up with you guys on Friday.
Scott.
What a cool venue that was.
I agree.
I think I could see me going back there and actually having some libations that you guys were having this time. Anyways, it was great seeing you. Ross and Sabrina were awesome at our first city soccer match. And hey, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
If you want me to send you my daily face moisturizing regimen, just let me know. Send me your email. Toodles.
This guy.
Hey guys, happy day. I have a kind of spicy take on the stray cats. I'm a dog person. Cats are fine. If you have a cat, keep it in your house. If it's an outside cat, you no longer have a cat. You feed a cat. And if it's outside, they're non-native species and they are deadly little killing machines. If they weighed 40 pounds more, they'd rule the world. But outdoor cats should be rounded up and nuked. Just get rid of them. They are no good for the environment.
I think what he's saying is what they do to other animal species,
especially birds,
populations, birds. What all? I mean, birds a lot for sure.
Oh yeah, they're one of the biggest killers of songbirds.
Yeah.
Oh, but we don't need to nuke them.
Oh. You don't need to nuke them.
No.
But what he's saying is, even if you neuter or spay them, they can still do damage.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. You just don't agree.
No.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
And Jack is here as well. By the way, having some YouTube issues. You can still check out the show, realradio.fm/watch.
Yes, and it goes, we're on the Real Radio YouTube page for this week, but that website, realradio.fm/watch, will now redirect you to the proper place.
Absolutely. So make sure you spread the word there and come check us out on YouTube. That's where you can get involved with our question of the day. We'll have that up in just a second. So everybody knows who Karen is, right?
Oh, yeah.
When did that start? How long has the Karen thing been around? Is it like 3 years, 2-3 years?
At least.
I think that's about right.
Yeah, about that, right? Yeah. Of course, Karen is the is the very, very entitled, I would say primarily white woman. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say primarily white woman with that short haircut, right?
Sorry, Karen.
Well, the funny thing is, I think...
Sorry to all Karens who aren't Karens.
I think this started out as a haircut joke, if I remember right.
So the term Karen became a mainstream internet phenomenon around 2018 to describe entitled middle-aged white women, with its roots in earlier memes, while early use dates back to a 2005 Dane Cook sketch and a 2014 Reddit post. It surged in popularity by 2018.
Yeah, and I think the joke, I don't know about the Dane Cook part, but I think the original sketch was, this haircut says, "Let me see the manager." You remember? And it was that bobby kind of haircut that was short and it kind of went up tall, and it was a bunch of different colors and stuff. And I remember that going like, when you see this haircut, somebody's about to ask to see the manager, right? And I remember that being the thing.
Well, in 2005, Cook featured a Karen character in his routine as, quote, the friend nobody likes.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, apparently the Karen thing is kind of factoring its way out. I haven't heard it as much lately. Have you?
Not really.
Yeah, me either. Jack, you?
Yep.
Yeah. For a long time, everybody seemed to agree on one name for a certain type of, quote, entitled behavior. Karen. If a woman argued with a manager, tried to enforce rules in a public space, or lost her cool in a cafe, she was also often labeled as Karen, and the name became a default way to describe aggressive behavior in public. However, as trends change, so does language. And according to Gen Z, the Karen era is over, and a new term is emerging to describe similar behavior, and it offers a radically different approach to identifying rude women today. First things first, before we hit the name, where do you think the rude behavior is happening?
Online.
Online is the answer.
Oh, okay.
That's right. It says the online, or the while the stereotype of Karen is fading, the behavior it represents is still very much alive under a new name, though the name has changed and the way she expresses her entitlement has evolved. So I guess this new name goes onto all your posts and goes into your social media and goes online and does the Karen thing online in your posts. And it says, basically that's the deal. Now, it says this name takes to social media to publicly express her thoughts. She crafts carefully worded emails that lands in somebody's inbox early on Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of threats to call the police, she creates detailed documents outlining every little mistake someone makes. And it's a more organized form of entitlement with a desire to damage a reputation through her online efforts. So basically, think about like what would we used to call those people? Internet what? It was like there
Police,
was
teacher.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Keyboard warriors.
Exactly. So instead of calling you out for doing something they think is rude in Dollar General, they go online.
It's THEIR, not THERE.
Exactly. Or I fixed that for you. They get the wrong. The conjugation could be wrong. I don't know about the name, though. I have to tell you, I think this name, I don't agree with them saying this name, because I have to tell you, I've got...
Do you know someone with this name?
My daughter has a friend, and the name is, and she's one of the sweetest people ever.
Is it Courtney?
It's what sucks about this. No, it's not Courtney.
Oh, that was a good, that would...
So I'm trying to think of what name would land like a Karen.
But that's what sucks about this, is because, and just like through Karen, remember when that whole thing happened? People are like, well, that sucks. I'm Karen. And I'm not like any of these people.
I know a nice Courtney, too.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not Courtney. And it sucks because she is one of the sweetest people I know.
Dolores.
No, think of a new like girl name.
Tiffany.
There are a lot of stars with this name.
Tiffany's a good one.
Tiffany would be a good one. Starts with a J.
Janet.
No.
Julie.
Julie? No, Julie.
Jasmine.
Jules.
Jessica. Jessica takes to social media to publicly express her thoughts. And it says as soon as the news about the name change spread, people had a lot to say. For women who actually have that name, it made them feel pretty bad, as you might imagine.
Well, you just ask Karen.
She's like, I'm Jessica. I'm super nice. Right. I'm not going to go online and try to ruin your job or get you fired or wreck your credit or get you thrown off the PTA.
That's a horrible name.
What, Jessica?
It's a horrible name for this.
You have a kid named Jessica.
I know.
That's why he's saying it's a horrible name for this.
It says thousands of nice women named Karen had to put up with years of jokes, and it looks like Jessica's are on the world of defense now.
Do you think that it will take as much as Karen did?
No, I don't think so.
I think that's going to be the issue with this.
It doesn't hit like Karen did, because Karen has that hard K.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, they tell you in the world of comedy when you're writing jokes, try to end as many jokes with a K as possible because that has an abrupt ending. They also use the word J a lot because you get to hang on that J a lot, and it creates more kind of emotion.
Poor Jessica.
It says Karen is too well known to be replaced, and it says Karen will always be Karen. It says, but this Jessica thing is definitely growing, and I see these people all the time now. I don't know about you guys. In your online world, do you see people going into people's comments and making a lot of different things? I am one of those people to one person in my feed. I got one person in my feed who likes to spit a bunch of stupidity.
Yeah.
And I will come at this guy all the time because he puts up a lot of really, really hardcore right-wing stuff. I don't care for that.
Yeah.
So I go up there and I just, facts. Like, oh, yeah, really? Where's this happening?
Yeah.
Just something like that, just because it's just some outlandish comment.
Right.
I'm like, oh, really? Holy crap, I didn't know that. Where's this happening? Where'd you read this? And then, of course, immediately, well, you got to read other news.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, it says the introduction of the name Jessica also signals a generational shift in target audiences. The Karen meme aimed initially to call out an obvious privilege. Jessica, conversely, was one of the most popular names for girls born in the 80s and 90s. And by choosing this new name, Gen Z is directing its criticism toward entitled millennials.
Okay.
So, in other words, this is a complete culture shift from one generation to the next, whereas Karens would be, I guess, your boomer Karen.
Middle-aged
Karen. Jessica is your new entitled 34-year-old.
Okay.
Who had a pretty good run at life for a while, and she's ready to tell everybody about it. Or she doesn't like the way you're rolling, or what church you go to, or what you wear to church, or how you wear your hair, or what color you got.
Called needing a hobby.
Yeah. It's important to recognize these labels can harm women, too. But I don't know, man. It doesn't hit me like Karen just is so abrupt. And so, everybody knows one. I don't know a Jessica. I know one, but I don't know one of these Jessicas. I don't know anybody who just goes online and sits and tries to ruin everybody's life.
No,
but I know some Karens.
Yeah, because for Karen behavior, it's usually stuff you witness in the wild.
Yeah.
Online stuff
wild.
is so forgettable.
I saw a Stage 5 Karen at the parking lot at Best Buy the other day.
Oh, no.
I didn't, but I'm saying that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It says, for now, the name Jessica, at least until the internet finds a new way to tell women they're complaining the wrong way, it looks like Jessica's going to be it.
All right.
I don't think it's going to catch on, though. I don't think it's going to have the same impact.
No, too sweet of a name.
It is, I agree.
Yeah.
What could it be, though? Well, you got to remember, it's got to be a name that people use.
And it's got to be a younger generation name.
It can't be like Betty. Nobody's named Betty anymore.
How about Alicia? Thanks, Alicia.
Well, that's a good one. Wasn't that in a movie?
No, that's Bye Felicia.
Yeah, Bye Felicia. That's right. Felicia would work.
Felicia would work.
All right, 407 916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Back one sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay right there.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Usual slowdowns and delays at this hour out on the roadways. I-4 eastbound between Fairbanks and Maitland Boulevard is a slow ride. Sluggish. I-4 eastbound as well between 46 and 1792. And you're tapping the brakes. I-4 westbound between the Beach Line and 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Jim Colbert's show question of the day is brought to us by the Home Builders Network. So, You want to replace a window, doors in your home? You go to the Home Builders Network at hbnusa.com. But it's more than that. Mike, the home builder, he's been doing this for more than 3 decades. He has a team of local pros who can help you with all aspects of your house, whether it's roofing. He does that at the Home Builders Network. Windows, doors, gutters, also bathroom replacement. It's the Home Builders Network. Again, it's hbnusa.com. I've used them. I've replaced my bathroom. I've got gutters and a brand new roof, all through the Home Builders Network. You can as well. They have a showroom in Altamont Springs, but you connect with them online. It's hbnusa.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today, 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Make your dream of a new Pavers driveway, pool deck, beautiful patio, and artificial turf a reality with Pavers Depot. Join us at the largest Pavers showroom in Central Florida. Over 400,000 square feet in stock, including Tamron brand pavers. Pavers Depot can get your job done in just 2 weeks with a free estimate on custom installation. Visit online at paversdepot.com or call 407-839-5900. 407-839-5900. paversdepot.com.
The world is always changing. Now you can track what's likely to happen and trade on the outcome with Kalshi. From politics and economics to breaking financial news, Kalshi markets show real-time probabilities of what will unfold, and you can make money on what you think will happen. The State of the Union is Tuesday. Will new policies be announced? What will Trump say? Who shows up? Trade outcomes live on Kalshi. Available in all 50 states. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code IHEART to get $10 when you trade $10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Sunnyside air conditioning.
My AC stopped working.
You again.
I need my AC fixed.
You're quite the pest.
I should have called Frank Gay.
They should have called Frank Gay.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need your air fixed, don't call the wrong place. Frank Gay has helpful operators and techs that will have your AC fixed in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
There's something for everyone at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Come face to face with more than 800 animals. Discover new lions and sea hyenas like never before at our largest, most immersive animal habitat expansion, Lion and Hyena Ridge, opening this spring. Then feel the rush on 8 thrilling coasters and let the good times roll at Mardi Gras. With bold flavors, live music, parades, and beads for all. Busch Gardens, where wonder meets wild fun. Buy a Busch Gardens Fun Card, get Adventure Island free for only $99.99. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blockout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is Special Agent Regal, Special Agent Bradley Hall.
In 2018, the FBI took down a ring of spies working for China's Ministry of State Security.
The Sixth Bureau podcast is a story of the inner workings of the MSS and how one man's ambition
and mistakes opened its vault of secrets.
Listen to The Sixth Bureau from Bloomberg Podcasts on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart.
Follow The Sixth Bureau and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Still to come, legal stories and more with Ray Trendley from TK Law. Today at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show.
What up, guys? Sport from Duval. Let me go ahead and settle this turtle debate once and for all, please. Turtles are usually adolescent age. They wear masks and they fight crime with ninja-like skills. That's turtle. You're welcome.
Okay, so this is going to be a wee bit of a hot take, but I have to make the preface that I absolutely love pets. I'm allergic to cats, and I even like cats. You know, if my neighbor's house was on fire, I'd save their dog first before I'd save them. One of those kinds of people. But with that said, most pet owners are horrible pet owners. It's crazy how dogs just run around with leashes, do whatever they want, and nobody cares, right? So, if people are being bad pet owners, is it really the responsibility of the government to ensure the well-being of their pets if they get away?
You know, Jimmy, with no football this time of year, the worst thing about it is there's nothing really to gamble on. So, for all the degenerate gamblers out there, take in cricket, Pakistan plus 145 to beat England in the T20 World Cup of cricket.
Dude, you're crazy. Listen, with Kalshi, with the prediction markets, there is never not anything to bet on. How about this? Tomorrow night, the length of the State of the Union address. There you go. Run and bet.
Where you have commercials. Kalshi's running commercials about betting on the State of the Union.
Yeah. I have it. I'm listening to it today. It's on anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Like if you go on there, I mean, you can look and it's insane what you can bet on with these prediction markets.
In my app, you know, I was betting these small $5 bets on Team USA hockey, both men and women's.
Yeah.
And then I pushed it all in on USA to win yesterday, straight up.
How much?
Double my money. 84 bucks. Look, I bet 42. I got 84 bucks.
Damn,
now.
dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah. Wow.
So I'm $84 rich.
What's more American than that?
I know, right?
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Don't forget you can watch us on YouTube. We had some trouble earlier, but if you go to realradio.fm/watch, you can still pick up the show and check us out. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah, and matter of fact, our question of the day is posted in the YouTube chat. Take part in that, won't you?
Yeah, please do. Also, I want to keep reminding you guys, because we had such a good time out this past Friday at Whiskey Kitchen. We're going to do it all over again in Eustis, which is right down the street. I mean, for where we were in Mount Dora, I think it's 3 miles away.
We're coming for you, Lake County.
That's right. George Fest, George Washington's birthday, oddly enough, has been celebrated in Eustis, Florida. And by the way, it's a week-long celebration.
It's been going on since, I think, Friday, and it goes on through Saturday.
Yeah, 124 years they've been doing this.
Since 1902.
And it has everything, by the way. We're going to be down at Farron Park, downtown Eustis, as we broadcast live from 3 until 7. Shaylin Band's going to be there. Mac McAnally's going to be there. Tons of fun stuff to do. And by the way, super family-friendly. You can't get more family-friendly than what they're doing out there. So join us this Friday at George Fest. It's EustisGeorgeFest.org.
Yeah. They have a schedule for every day of the events going on.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's really going to hit this Friday and Saturday.
So we had an incident last night, a couple of them actually, at the BAFTAs. And for people who do not know what the BAFTAs are, it is the British Academy of Film and Television Arts. I think it's equal to our Oscars or Academy. Is that what it is? Yeah.
I wouldn't say equal. I'd say it's their version.
Well, it's their version. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's their version of that. I think Canada has one. These guys have one. If I remember right, I mean, a lot of people who are up for awards pay attention to the BAFTAs because some of the times that can be a precursor to how things are going to go in the Academy Awards, right?
Yep.
Well, last night there was a really interesting situation that happened because of this guy named John Davidson. Now, John Davidson is a Scottish Tourette's syndrome campaigner who first gained public attention in '89 after appearing in a BBC documentary, John's Not Mad. which introduced millions of people to the realities of living with Tourette's. Now, here in America, we had a show, and what was the girl's name? If you don't mind, Jack, look up girl with TV show with Tourette's. My wife started watching this at first, and I watched it a little while, and
Jenna, no,
and then I couldn't watch it anymore.
Really?
I tell you why. And by the way, she and her family both agreed to do this show. She takes you through the entire thing.
Balin Out Loud.
That's right, Balin Out Loud. Now, Balin started as an online, like a streamer. She had a social media account, and she would document her day dealing with Tourette's. And at first, it's unbelievably funny. It really is. You can't stop laughing because her tics were really funny. She would talk like an English person. She would talk about Girl Scouts. She would hoo, hoo, hoo. And it was completely involuntary. Hers was so severe that people called hers into question because they thought she was acting just to get to do the show. Then she gets this TV show. And I remember my wife turned me on to her because we would sit and laugh at her videos because we thought it was the funniest thing ever. But man, after about watching them for about 3 or 4 months, there were a couple times when she went to end the video that you could see in her face it wasn't fun for her.
Yeah.
Now, she wasn't saying that. She wasn't coming on and going, oh, guys, I have Tourette's, and, it's a bit of a drag, but here you go. Listen to me say the F word in church, and when I don't mean to, and off we go, right? But, man, I had to stop watching it because I felt so sorry for her that she couldn't have a normal life because of her Tourette's. Now, I encountered this as a kid when I first moved to Orlando at a Publix where the managers, after experiencing somebody who had Tourette's walking through the store and really upsetting people because her thing was, and I've told this story before.
Yeah, because didn't they open the store early for her to come in and shop so that
she got complaints because she would go up and when she would shop, I saw her buying bacon. This is my story for her, and I saw her twice. One time she didn't say anything, but I noticed that she had an employee walking next to her, and I couldn't figure out why because she was a short woman. She was a little bigger, right? She didn't look menacing. There was nothing wrong or anything like that. She also didn't look like royalty, so I didn't know what was going on. The second time I saw her, she was buying bacon, and she took the bacon out of the case, smacked herself in the face with it 3 or 4 times, and then started calling the bacon the C word.
Oh,
like loud, yelling it over and over. They rushed over and they escorted her in the back and talked to her and stuff. So what they started doing is they started opening the store up at 7:30 in the morning or 6:30 or whatever it was to accommodate her to be able to come in and shop because she could not control this. Well, last night at the BAFTAs, while Michael B. Jordan and another person were giving out an award.
Not Delroy Lindo. It was, maybe it was Delroy Lindo. Let me look.
Yeah, Delroy Lindo is who it was.
Yeah.
They were giving an award, and out of the audience, you heard this guy yell the N-word.
Oh.
Now, again.
It was clear.
Yeah, clear as day. Clear as day. He also, I guess, earlier in the program had yelled out some obscenities as well. And I think maybe when he was on stage, I don't think he yelled out obscenities on stage, but there were other incidents, I guess. But this one, of course, is the one that caught all the attention because of that. So is that, I mean, obviously with that scenario, is that a situation where you're just trying to kind of teach people what it's like to have Tourette's and be in an open forum? And does that person always get a pass?
Well, so the host, Alan Cummings, came out to explain it as well. So,
Syndrome is a disability, and the tics you've heard tonight are involuntary, which means the person who has Tourette's syndrome has no control over their language.
Well, watching.
So that's what he said. But then Jamie Foxx came out and said, no, of all words, that's what he says. He meant that. But that's not what Tourette's is.
I don't think it goes. I don't think it manifests like that.
No, it's kind of like it somehow taps into what's the worst possible thing you could say right here, and then it's like that's what we're gonna say.
Right? Yeah.
I'm surprised they would have someone with Tourette syndrome, knowing
that's the thing.
Knowing the parameters around the disease on an international stage when there is more than ample opportunity for, I mean, it's a stressful event, and if stress is going to bring the tics on more, putting him on stage in front of an international audience would be the worst thing.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure if he was on stage. I know, but he was part of one of the documentaries that was nominated.
Yeah, it's his documentary called I Swear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I mean, he's the real life inspiration behind I Swear, which is a BAFTA nominated film directed by Kirk Jones that chronicles his life. It talks about him living with it. He lived with it for years. He was only diagnosed when he was 25 years old.
Oof,
he started showing the symptoms of it at 12 years old.
Oh.
But I kind of like that's why
that's a lot of zeros in class.
That is,
and I mean, I'm with Deb a little bit here. I don't know if I'm 100% with Jamie Foxx because I don't think he looked at it like that. If you watch this show with Balin, she says some awful stuff to her mom, to her dad, to nurses, and she obviously does not mean it. She obviously doesn't mean it. It's just an involuntary reaction. But man, like Jamie Foxx said, of all the words to say.
Yeah.
In that setting. And like Deb said, like if you know that the tic gets kind of amplified.
Gets worse if you're stressed.
If you're nervous and stressed, man. Here's the thing. It's not even about the syndrome at that point. Why would you put that guy in that scenario to have him feel that pressure, to have him deal with that? Because nobody's going to, like after this, like people like Jamie Foxx are not going to believe that he was not able to restrain himself. And maybe other African Americans would not believe that he couldn't restrain himself because of all the awful stuff you could yell out. The C word, MF, F, over and over again, genitalia stuff. Of all of that, he yells out the one word that you probably should never yell out in a scenario like that.
Plus, I don't know, like, if they have, I'm sure they do, an entity like the FCC that could fine you if certain words make it out over the air. I would think that would be another reason to play it safe.
Yeah, because let me tell you something. If we had somebody with Tourette's on the show here and I wanted to kind of bring them in, if they said the F word, that ain't on them, dog. And it ain't on Tourette's. That is on your boy.
Yeah.
I go down for that. Not him, not Tourette's, not nobody. I made the choice to put that cat on the air knowing there was a possibility that person was going to blurt out that word. I pay the price.
Jamie Foxx's post said blank that he knew what TF he was doing. Why didn't he yell that out when someone else was on stage?
Yeah. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think maybe Jamie Foxx just doesn't understand the scenario.
Yeah.
But it's a neurological condition characterized by involuntary and repetitive movements and vocalizations known as tics. There is no cure, but I also know not all Tourette's is the same.
Right.
We had an intern here years and years ago, and because we are really heartfelt people, we called him Ticker.
Yeah.
And he didn't have the vocal part of that. He just
Let me guess, he had a tic.
He had a thing where he would jerk his neck. Every once in a while like that, and he would just jerk his neck. And he was also very funny. He had a good sense of humor. And to be honest with you, he told us that he loved the fact that we picked on him because nobody else would because they felt so...
They felt sorry for him.
Well, they also felt they couldn't because it would make them look bad.
Right.
And we didn't care about looking bad. We just wanted to have some fun, and we wanted that guy to feel like one of us, so we busted his balls like we did everybody else. And he really enjoyed his time here. As a matter of fact, I believe he actually came back on the show a few years after that and to do like a catch-up, if I remember right. But yeah, man, I don't really know how to process this. Yeah, during the advance warning, several outbursts drew attention throughout the evening. Shut the F up was shouted during an introductory speech by BAFTA chair Sarah Putt. And FU was heard when the directors of the Best Children's and Family Film winner, Boong, accepted their award. So not only did he yell at Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, when he shouted the N-word, while other people were getting their awards, he yelled, shut the F up and F you. He yelled F you to the two people who got the Children's Film Award.
Yeah. It's something like, I don't know.
And by the way, Cumming had to address it twice during the broadcast.
Here's a second time. Well, when he was being interrupted by the guy.
For just a few moments. And yes, just maybe, everything's going to be okay.
The BAFTA for supporting actor this evening.
His time. Why allow him to sit in the audience and why? I mean, okay, and I understand you're trying to bring attention to it. Everybody knows about Tourette's,
right?
I mean, it's not a secret.
No, everyone doesn't.
Yeah.
Let me point you to Jamie Foxx's posts again. But
but I mean, most people who are empathetic understand Tourette's is a horrible affliction.
So I haven't seen this documentary that was nominated, and the reason John Davidson was there was for his nominated documentary that focused on him and his disease. So I don't know. like if being part of that was, a culmination of things, or if it was his desire to be in the room.
Would it be fair
or
to
if someone else wanted him in? But it seems logically, like at church, we used to have a cry room, like,
for kids.
For kids and stuff. So they wouldn't interrupt the mass, but they could still see it and hear it.
Would it be fair to take him to a movie?
I don't think so, because I think for me, fairness is sometimes you can't be fair to everybody, so you try and be fair to the most people. And I think when you are in a situation like this where you cannot control yourself from interrupting, you're being unfair to everyone else there.
Right, sure.
So
that's
for
what I'm
the
saying.
sake of one,
you're ruining everybody else's experience.
Right.
Could they make a mask for him? And I don't mean that, and I'm not saying this to be a dick, I promise. Could they make like a
Hannibal Lecter
like
mask?
something that goes over his face so that when he yells those things out, it muffles it until he's able to go up and accept his award? And I'm kind of not joking there.
I mean, you're talking about a gag.
Well, not a gag. It's not a gag per se, but
I don't know.
I'm not putting
keep describing it.
I'm not putting a John Travolta Pulp Fiction ball gag in his mouth. I'm just saying if you put a mask on him or something that will allow to muffle the sound so you couldn't hear him yelling out the most awful stuff ever while people are enjoying their once-in-a-lifetime experience while trying to win an award. You got to remember, some of these people may never, ever make it back in that room.
And I think it's unfair to them.
It is terribly
to
unfair.
Have him in the room in that situation.
It is, man.
Yeah.
Because instead of talking about your win, everyone is talking about his outbursts.
And not to get too sidetracked here, but it's about you want to be inclusive. You want to include as many as you can. But again, I don't think you want to trample on other people's fairness and rights. And that's how I feel about male athletes in women's sports. It's, it's you want to be fair. You want to be inclusive. However, you also don't want to be unfair to all the other participants.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And by the way, this in a weird way parallels an experience I had on Valentine's Day that I'll tell you guys about in the 6 o'clock hour, because we have Brandon in for sports a little bit. We're going to do trivia here in a second. And at 6:20, I'll explain something. And you guys tell me whether or not you think this same kind of theory applies. I'll tell you what that is in just a little bit. Next is trivia. So load them up. It's time.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
They want to force kids to learn cursive.
Again,
and
huh?
Of all the things, by the end of grade 5, each student must be able to show that they know cursive frontwards and backwards. At grade 5,
they
or
have
else
to write cursive backwards? DeSantis is out of his mind.
The news junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
UCF edge rushers Malachi Lawrence and Nigel Kelly, they'll try to improve their NFL draft stock this week at the scouting combine. After beating the Clippers for their second win in their last 3 games, the Magic will stay in Los Angeles and will take on LeBron and the Lakers tomorrow night. And American skier Lindsey Vonn said on social media today that surgery saved her from losing her left leg after that crash at the Olympics. I'm Scott Davidson.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Guys, the real estate market is always changing, especially now more than ever. The Nickley Group has an entire team of local market experts to guide you every single step of the way and help you decide when it might be the best time to buy or sell a home. And that's the great thing about the Nickley Group. They may tell you the market's not good right now. They also may tell you the market is extremely good. You should jump in with both feet. And I will tell you, once you decide that and you sign with the Nickley Group, you are in good hands. On average, these guys get about 6% more for their listings than their competitors. And even better, guys, they sell those homes twice as fast. You heard me right. That's more money in your pocket faster. That's what the Nickley Group is all about. And with mortgage rates right now low, now is an opportunity to get out there and get that place you love. And the Nickley Group can find it for you because they have an army of realtors out there scouring the entire Central Florida landscape to find you the properties that check off all the boxes you need. That's what these guys are all about. Number one real estate team in Central Florida. They sell more homes than anybody, about 1 every 9 hours. 4,000 5-star reviews. We could go on, including their VIP program. But let me tell you about this before we go. They have a thing called the Guaranteed Cash Offer. Guys, if you don't want to deal with any of the real estate stuff? How about no showings, no open houses? And that deal can close in just 14 days. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
The riders who face Daytona Supercross are built different. Withstanding the most unforgiving and grueling track is not just a point of pride, but of pure grit and determination. This battle can only be felt in person. Witness the action unfold at the only place in Florida where the biggest names will battle it out under the lights. Daytona Supercross is built different. It's built for champions. It's built for fans. The gate drops Saturday, February 28th. There's only one place to be. Secure your tickets and trackside access at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. I'm here to talk to you about something that a lot of guys don't like talking about, and that's low testosterone levels. You know, the truth is men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did, so it's a thing to deal with. And when you have low testosterone, you feel sluggish, you lose focus all the time, you have trouble in the bedroom. Nobody needs any of that. Get hold of my friends over at Red Mountain Weight Loss, redmountainweightloss.com. They'll help you get rid of that sluggish feeling. And if you call them now for a limited time, you're going to be able to get your testosterone levels set right, and they'll help you with GLP-1 weight loss medication. That's a $299 value when you give them a call now. That's redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com. Or pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword Red Mountain, and you'll be connected in seconds. That's redmountainweightloss.com. You'll feel a lot better when you get your testosterone right. redmountainweightloss.com.
I'm Jeff. I got a call that my wife Katie was in a bad car accident and was airlifted to Shands Hospital. When I got there, she was in surgery for a brain injury. She's had a long recovery. We needed an attorney. Our close friends recommended Glenn Klausman. Glenn Klausman was available 24/7 to help. We've been blessed by my wife's recovery. The results from Glenn Klausman's efforts were way more than expected. He's more than an attorney for us. He's a friend. Call him at 407-917-1718, KLAUSMAN law.com, office Winter Park.
To everyone who loves sharing a great meal, let us tell you about our Wisconsin fish fry at Culver's.
A fish fry isn't just about enjoying crispy golden fish. Even though it does taste amazing, it's also about sitting around the table and sharing good food with even better company. At Culver's, we hand batter our cod and walleye so your meal tastes homemade. Our walleye is only around for a limited time, so when it's here, we make sure every bite is worth it. Since we cook our food fresh, you and your family get a satisfying crunch every single time. It's the same with our butterfly jumbo shrimp. It's made to order and golden fried to perfection. And to make it a real fish fry, you've got to pair it with your favorite sides. Crinkle cut fries, cheese curds, even coleslaw, and our very own Culver's family tartar sauce recipe. Whatever you choose, every order is made to bring people together, just like a true Wisconsin fish fry should. So grab your loved ones and join us for one of our favorite traditions. From Wisconsin with love,
welcome to Delicious.
Come on, kids. We're almost there. The map says straight ahead.
One-a-day 50-plus multivitamins are made for your overall health, with nutrients to support your brain and muscle function. Because don't you want to make the most of each day? So even on the family hike, you're not just keeping the pace.
Hey, Dad, wait up.
You're one step ahead. One-a-day 50-plus. The one for you. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
The Jim Colbert Show, streaming live on YouTube. Watch us talk.
Oh, fun now. Get
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Cool. Hope this is a compliment, Jack, to your Olympic update. Yep, after that insane win yesterday, USA men's hockey, I was taking pictures on the TV. Some of them, the Canadian team with their heads held low, our American team when they brought the boys out. Lots of photos. So I assembled a collection, sent them to my cocky Canadian snowbird neighbor. Just asked him to pick out his favorite. Aloha.
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 Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We appreciate that as we do every single day. RealRadio.fm/watch will take you to YouTube or Our channel is down a little bit. This week we'll be using the other one, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, we're putting in a new floor and
Yeah.
stuff. It's going to be beautiful
Exactly,
when you
yeah.
come back, but it's a week. That's what the contractor says.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Oh, yeah.
And he has the Jackie sack. What, my friend, is inside?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
It's a Monday. That means, what are the prizes going to be this week? How about let's start with, for one,
All right.
pair of tickets to see the Dave Matthews Band
No
at the
way.
Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater.
Whoa.
May 26th, they're coming. Someone call C-Lane and let him know.
Whoa.
Dave Matthews Band at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater.
D&B
Boom.
in the house, huh? That's a good ticket, man.
That's in May.
Okay, that's fine. It's right around the corner.
I also got something for this Sunday.
All right.
Know who's coming to town?
I don't.
The greatest soccer player of ever.
Oh, Messi's coming to town.
That's so.
Well,
here's
that's
the
the
deal.
rumor.
Well, here's the deal.
Well, he just got in a big fight with somebody in his locker room, didn't he?
He got with the officials.
Yeah.
He ran into the officials' locker room. His teammate had to pull him out of there.
My man was going crazy.
Not a good look.
Nope.
Anyway, you can win a pair of tickets to Orlando City SC versus Lionel Messi and Inter Miami at Inter & Co Stadium this Sunday, March 1st. You can get tickets at OrlandoCitySC.com. I was at the home opener on Saturday. Did not go our way. We're going to try and regroup as the boys in pink come to town. And hopefully, I think it's probably going to be the first time Messi plays on our pitch.
Yeah.
Because I can't be there this Sunday.
Oh, that's funny.
And I was there for the past 3.
Yeah, it's funny, too. We played pretty hard on Saturday. It was 2-1, right?
A lot better in the second half.
Yeah.
They had all the shots on goal, and it wasn't coming together.
Yeah.
We were a lot more aggressive in the second half. Scored one in late in the game, but a little too late. We actually had a goal earlier called back. They called a handball on it.
Yeah.
But but I thought it went right off his knee, just like he made a face just like you're making right now. Jim.
Yeah.
Took one off the knee.
All right. Is that the Jackie sack?
That's a Jackie.
All right, very good.
So back to you.
All right, Deb. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
It's Monday. Let's just go one.
Hold on, that one made me tear up a little bit. That one. Hold on one second.
You are banging your knee.
I'm not banging
You're
my
hurting.
knee.
You're doing something.
My knee has been rebuilt on my left side, and it's giving me a fit today. It's just not fun right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that hurts so
And
bad.
every once in a while you twist it, and you get this look on your face, like.
Yeah, it's not good
So
right
for
now.
anyone watching at realradio.fm/watch, if they're watching your face right now,
Yeah.
that's the reason.
All right, Deb. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
We said one.
Let's go 1. It is Kevin. Kevin, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good, boss. Want to play a little game with us?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
Is he the puzzle master? Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
All right, Kevin, this is a real easy game here, but I got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
What?
But you can find it. I'll send you over to the Jackie Sack where some cool stuff awaits. Are you ready?
I am.
Here we go, buddy. On this day in 1886, that's 1886, the process of manufacturing aluminum was discovered. Here are 3 fun facts about aluminum and 1 lie that will never, ever rust.
Aww.
That's right, buddy. We're talking about aluminum. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, aluminum is indefinitely recyclable. About 70% of all aluminum produced is still in use today.
Wow.
Number 2, Canada is the world's largest producer of aluminum. Number 3, aluminum is the 3rd most abundant metal on Earth, making up about 8% of the Earth's crust. Or lastly, after an aluminum can is discarded, it can be recycled and back on the shelf within 60 days. Which of those is a lie?
Let's go number 4.
No, that's absolutely
Wow,
true.
that's impressive.
An aluminum can, which is indefinitely recyclable, can be recycled and then back on the shelf with another product within 2 months.
That's incredible.
That is incredibly cool. Did not know that until today.
That's why I like the Liquid Death does it. Their water and aluminum cans.
Yeah.
I know plastic is cheaper to produce, but the fact that aluminum's better.
Better for the environment.
2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 2.
2 is Luke. Luke, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Good, buddy. We're talking about aluminum. Which one of these isn't true? Number one, aluminum is indefinitely recyclable. About 70% of all aluminum produced is still in use today. Number two, Canada is the world's largest producer of aluminum. Or lastly, aluminum is the third most abundant metal on Earth, making up about 8% of the Earth's crust.
I'm tied between the second or the third. I'm going to go with the third one.
No, that's absolutely true, buddy. Aluminum is the third most abundant metal on Earth. 8% of the Earth's crust is made of aluminum.
That's fascinating.
3, 4, or 5?
4.
4 is Amy. Amy, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Amy, we're talking about aluminum here, and you got a 50-50 shot at going over to the Jackie Sack. Which one of these isn't true? Number one, aluminum is indefinitely recyclable. About 70% of all aluminum produced is still being used to this day. Or lastly, Canada is the world's largest producer of aluminum.
I think it's number 2.
That is the one. You're a winner. Yay! There you go. Hey, for extra points that mean nothing, what country is the largest producer of aluminum?
Let's go to USA.
Let's go Australia. There you go. All right. I'm going to put you on hold. You're a winner. Amy, enjoy your prize. I hope you picked something nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah, aluminum is indefinitely recyclable. This is the crazy number. 70% of all aluminum ever produced, is still in use to this day.
So from 1886, it's still around.
Still around.
Wow.
Crazy. Here's some other things you may not know about aluminum before we get to the top of the hour. Brandon Kravitz joins us for sports. For decades in the 1800s, aluminum was more expensive than gold. As a matter of fact, Napoleon's dinner set was made of aluminum instead of gold because at the time it was more impressive because it was rarer than gold.
Oh, wow.
The Empire State Building was the very first building construction project to use aluminum in the structure and in the interior. No other building had been built before with it. Because remember, they just discovered it in 1886. By 1903, I think is when they started building it. By the early 1900s, they had already started incorporating it into the building process of the state building.
Wow.
Here's one for you guys. What's the first year that Coke and Pepsi started using aluminum cans?
I think they were tin at first. I'm going to go... Deb, you got a guess?
You go first, Jack.
I don't think... Were they in tin? I don't think they went for tin. I think because I think the acidic nature of that was not good for tin unless it was coated. I think it went right from glass to aluminum.
I'm going 62.
I'm going to say the 1930s.
Yeah, 67 is the answer.
Oh, points, Jack.
Yeah, 67. And then lastly, aluminum is very, very important for our species, but not because you think, maybe not because you think, the reason you believe.
Oh, I got it. It's aluminum foil that helps protect us from aliens.
No, but aluminum foil is amazing. And the reason you see, when you always wonder, why don't they just seal everything in plastic? Aluminum, when you put things in aluminum, like meds, like that's the only thing because it is completely impervious to anything getting through it. Like that's the reason they don't package some stuff in plastic. You're like, why isn't this in plastic? Why is it in this metal aluminum foil? Because it has to be. Because aluminum has the properties that don't allow anything in or out ever.
Including light.
Cool. Including light, everything. One of the most important inventions in the history of man, aluminum played a massive part of it. What do you think that would be? What's one of the most important things we've ever done as a species?
Gone to the moon.
Yeah, space travel.
Not space travel so much. That is important for sure, but how'd you get there first?
Rockets.
Aluminum rockets.
The engine that powered the very first flight in human history with the Wright brothers
airplanes,
was made of aluminum.
Yeah.
And the reason why is this.
Lightweight.
They could not make the engine out of metal, out of iron, because it wouldn't fly. So one of the first things they did was make a block out of aluminum. And if you know anything about engine blocks or like that, making them out of aluminum back in the day was, of course, pretty incredible. So expensive you can't even imagine it. My uncle had a buddy that built an aluminum V8 for his Mustang. And it was more than the car itself. Because at that time, they hadn't perfected it, and aluminum, when it heated up, would warp real easy. So you had to be very careful with how you treated it. Now it's a little bit different, but they built the motor out of aluminum and all the parts and everything so they could fly that plane.
Wow.
Pretty crazy. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Our buddy Brandon Kravitz up next with sports. We'll do that right after this.
One more.
Win your way, along with 3 friends, to the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg, courtesy of Real Radio and Firestone Complete Auto Care. Enter now at realradio.fm/contest.
Traveling I-4 eastbound between Orange Blossom Trail and Princeton Street is a little bit of a slow ride. Sluggish as well. I-4 eastbound between 27 and that World Drive area. Also stop and go. I-4 westbound between the Beach Line and 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Man, here in Florida, it is crazy. The high today is like 55 degrees. Saturday, it was 87 degrees. That, my friend, is why you need an HVAC company that does not play around, and that is Mills Air. These guys are nails, man. They've been doing it since 92. That's 30-plus years of experience keeping you and your family nice and comfortable here in Florida. And before you know it, by the way, guys, it will be in the 90s. That's why it's super important to make your move right now. The preventive maintenance plan is where you need to be. Make sure your unit is ready for summer because it will be here in no time. And their techs can service all the brands. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. But check this out. If you do happen to need a new unit, these guys are Carrier factory authorized dealers. That's important. It could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today. It's 407-277-1159. Find them easily online at millsair.com.
Make your dream of a new Pavers driveway, pool deck, beautiful patio, and artificial turf a reality with Pavers Depot. Join us at the largest Pavers showroom in Central Florida. Over 400,000 square feet in stock, including Tamron brand pavers. Pavers Depot can get your job done in just 2 weeks with a free estimate on custom installation. Visit online at paversdepot.com or call 407-839-5900. 407-839-5900. paversdepot.com.
We may be dealing with the cold weather right now, but before you know it, Florida's heat and humidity will be back, and we all know how that can drive up your energy bills. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim replacement windows to the rescue because they're engineered specifically for our climate. And right now, during their free Window February event, when you buy 4 replacement windows or doors, you get the 5th free. It's a smart way to boost your comfort, protection, and energy efficiency all at once. And even better, many homeowners notice a difference immediately. Quieter rooms, fewer drafts, and AC systems that don't have to work as hard. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months, upgrading has never been easier. Here's what Kathy had to say about using Renewal by Andersen. Our windows look awesome. They did a great job on the installation. Highly recommend Renewal by Andersen. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TODAY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Thanks to you, more than 50,000 teachers have been recognized for the amazing work they do in classrooms across America each and every day.
Speaking for all teachers, we don't do this for the recognition, but it's nice to get it sometimes.
iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose.
It's always nice to know that we have a positive impact.
We're helping get teachers the resources they need to inspire the next generation.
It's the family, it's the student, it's the teacher in the school, and even the community, so it's a team effort.
Just go to iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. From the pursuit of gold, golden goal, to the bracket busting in March.
You think you know what's going to happen, but it never goes as scripted.
From the first pitch in spring training,
Ohtani tees off,
to the dreams of the NFL draft.
With the first pick,
you're one tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local stations. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
Need a new roof or gutters? Visit homebuildersnetwork.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What's up, Colbert crew? It's your favorite podcast listener from Port St. Lucie. So Ross was talking about getting a tattoo during Ross Thoughts for his birthday.
He was.
As someone who has a tattoo for their child who was also born on 9/11, all I have to say is include the year if you're going to do a date so you don't look like a psychopath. I have her birth date on me. I don't get questioned about it. Ross, best of luck. Have a good day, y'all. Peace.
See you, buddy. Thank you. Good. By the way, good heads up. Yeah, because if you just put September 11th, it's going to look wild there. You got to be very careful. You may get hired by the Department of Justice, though. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Yeah, what an honor.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah, he is.
And don't forget, we're going to be out in Eustis for the George Fest, the 124th annual celebration of George Fest in Eustis, Florida, broadcasting live from Farron Park, right downtown. We'll be there. Shayla Mann's going to join us. Mac McAnally is going to join us. You want all the information? It's EustisGeorgeFest.org. Again, that's EustisGeorgeFest.org. Let's do some sports.
It's time to get your game on as the Jim Colbert Show brings you the man who brings the heat, the insight, and the takes you didn't even know you needed. From the biggest headlines to the stories flying under the radar, we've got you covered. So buckle up, because the sports world never sleeps, and neither does this guy. The most popular sports broadcaster on 96.9 The Game. You paid us to say that. Brandon Kravitz.
Good love for Brandon Kravitz!
Okay. I got the chills over here. That
was that enough?
That was great.
Yeah, that'll do it, huh? Yeah, I like that. Huh?
Well done, Jack.
Yeah.
I even have another version. I thought that might be a little too much. I didn't know how you like being billed as the most popular sportscaster on FM 96.9 The Game. You don't mind it, I can see.
Doesn't bother me a bit.
You got another one?
I do have an alternate version
Ooh,
as well.
you get to choose.
Oh, okay.
It's It's time to get your game on as the Jim Colbert Show unleashes the guy with the hottest takes, sharpest insights, and zero chill when it comes to sports. Here's Brendan Kravitz.
Which one do you like best?
I mean, they're both great.
Yeah, they are.
They're both A.
If you want,
they're
you know
both
what?
A+.
I can alternate.
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
I'm good with alternate.
Yeah, we'll do that. How
I
you
think
doing,
he
buddy?
likes the first one. He just too.
Well, the first one took me by surprise. The second one I saw coming. So
Yeah,
you can't judge based off the reaction.
Yeah, he was
I didn't know that because last time it was Remy that made one, which sounded like cats on a chalkboard.
He's
All
a
right.
He's
I
a
like
good
it.
man. He's a good man. That's Dan Stone.
It's now time for Sports Talk with Brendan Kravitz from 96.9 The Game. Watch out for them little anal lizards, dog. Only on the Jim Colbert Show.
There you go. I like that one better.
We got.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
We've got variety here. By the way, before I forget to mention this, because we also shouldn't spend much time on it. Did you see the latest news that came down in the boxing world today? We don't talk a lot of boxing on our
Is it the Mayweather?
Yes. Mayweather Pacquiao round 2.
Oh, please.
In September in Las Vegas.
At the Sphere.
I'm sorry. If you buy this, that's on you.
Yeah.
The first time I got it, I was also sucked into this. Hook, line, sinker, money, boom, done. Wasted, awful event. If you buy it the second time, it's your problem.
Right, yeah,
what
yeah.
I don't understand is I watch professional wrestling. And that industry, for those that don't like it, receives a lot of criticism for what it is, even though it's very upfront about what it is. At least they're upfront about it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
This is a show, and it's not even a good one.
Yeah, it's like buying a Logan Paul fight. It's just as bad, right?
Jake Paul.
Jake
is
Paul,
the
I'm
one
sorry.
that does the fighting.
Yeah, just as bad.
Well, at least with that one, it was on Netflix. It was just part of your Netflix.
Yeah, you didn't have to buy
up
upfront.
front.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that with Mayweather involved, there's going to be a pay-per-view fee to this. But anyway, that's as much time as I'll be spending on that. Maybe in September you can say, how was the fight? And I'll say, I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Olympics just got over. We get an update from Jack on the Olympics. I know the Magic, of course, second half of the season has started up. I mean, I know did they have a win last night?
They did. They got a win over the L.A. Clippers. It was a close call down at the end. Ben Mathurin, who's the new addition for L.A., they got him from Indiana, had a chance at a 3 in the last second. If he had made it, we'd be having a different conversation right now because the Magic would have then dropped 2 in a row in the final seconds of games. But they did end up getting a win, and that was a gutty one. They had played. That was the second night of a back-to-back for them last night. The night prior, they're in Phoenix. They go to double overtime and wound up losing on a last-second 3 from Jalen Green. And to then go back out, you're without Franz Wagner still due to injury. He's out multiple weeks. Jalen Suggs is out temporarily. So those are 2 of your 3 best players. To go out second night of a back-to-back without those guys, and you played double overtime the night before, not an easy thing to do. Now, it's not Jack Hughes getting his teeth knocked out mid-game,
right.
But, different sports, so it's all relative.
You know what I learned about that Magic game against the Suns on Saturday? That they have Publix in Arizona.
No, that is not accurate. That is that's put on by the TVs.
Get out.
Yeah.
That is genius.
I don't know what you call that technology, but
that is
it's like
genius.
superimposed, I think is how it's the same thing. It's like saying, "Oh, I didn't know they had a yellow line at the 10 yards from the line of scrimmage."
So, this looks so good. When you are watching, they have the Publix logo on the court that they are playing, and it looks like it is painted on.
And it's just
in Phoenix. I'm like, wait, there's no Publix in Arizona. Is there?
Wow, that's crazy,
And
right?
that
I didn't know they were doing it with ads. I'm kind of with Jack on this one. I mean, we all knew about the stuff with the football field. I had no idea they were superimposing like clients onto the court. I mean, it is brilliant, but I didn't know that was going on.
The thing is, with with the you marked that first down line. When the player gets over, that's where it kind of fades out, and you can tell.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I did not see that.
Crazy.
With the
Well,
Publix
I mean,
logo.
I of course watch all of the games, and I'm not traveling with the team, so I'm watching the road games on the same TV channel that everybody else would be watching them on. And unless every arena in the country is promoting Publix, I'm pretty sure. That's put on by FanDuel Sports Network.
Orlando City started their season Saturday. Unfortunately, took the L there from New York. I mean, New York's always been a good team. I mean, they fought hard, 2-1. And like Jack said, he was there. Second half was a lot better than the first.
Yeah, they've got this kid Hall. It's a 17-year-old. I guess he's supposed to be pretty good, but scored 2 goals on Orlando City,
and he wasn't even the youngest player on the pitch.
That's crazy.
They had a 16-year-old and 2 17-year-olds on their starting 11.
16-year-old?
A 6. Yeah, well, I see.
So half their team hasn't even hit puberty yet?
I was sitting in the corner where they came to celebrate, and right in front, I'm like, how old is that kid?
Yeah.
And then the kid that came over to celebrate looked younger. I'm like, oh, my God. And then I started looking up their ages. And they only had one player over 30, 27. Everyone else was under 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, Orlando City has a lot of work to do if they're losing to high school kids.
I mean,
I kept, after that part, I kept yelling out, "You're being beat by children."
I got to tell you, in soccer, I don't know that it matters. I mean, I got to tell you, that may be one sport where it really doesn't matter. I mean, that tennis, we've seen really young people excel in tennis. I mean, the Serena sister or the Williams sisters were really young, and we know that who was the young girl? Not Tracy Austin. She was also very young. Jennifer Capriati was also very young when she was winning U.S. Opens and stuff. But that is really weird for sports like soccer to. I mean, not weird because in Europe that's kind of a common thing, right?
Well, I did not know that there was a 16-year-old in MLS. So today was the day that I learned that. I thought it was odd that there was a 17-year-old in there, but it is a young man's game.
Yeah.
I mean, all you're doing is I say all you're doing, like I could do this, but all you're doing is you're running around a field kicking a ball around. That it's not like you're getting hammered by middle linebackers or getting dunked on by LeBron James. I do think it would be more inclusive to younger individuals. Obviously, it is if they're able to join the sport, play it, and then excel in it. But to me, this is more about Orlando City, the changes that they're making. They overhauled about half of their roster, and it's probably just going to take some time before they're able to put the winning effort together that we've become used to over the last couple of years. Oscar Pereira is one of the longest tenured coaches in MLS. I mean, he's been there. We're going on like 6 years at this point for Oscar. That's unheard of in soccer. So he's one of the more well-respected coaches in the sport. It's one game. You can never overreact to that.
Sure,
but I think just in the fact that they have a guy that you can be confident is going to get the most out of the players that are on the pitch should feel pretty good going into this season.
They've got 6 days to figure it out before Miami comes to town.
Yeah, for sure. But Miami took the L too. I mean, they lost they lost that game where Messi almost got in the fight with the refs, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
they lost.
Usually you don't win if you're going into the refs' dressing room to complain.
Yeah, early MLS, hard to overreact to it.
Yeah, for sure. So what else is out there? Now, I know baseball is about to start up. I mean,
we got spring training is underway right now. The NBA is in that weird part of the year where you've got we know who the good teams are. They're all just jockeying for position in terms of seeding. There's just about 10 teams in the league that are all out tanking. This is a really strong NBA draft this year, so we're seeing more teams than usual. Tanking's always been an issue as long as I've been alive in the NBA. It's even more of a problem right now and something that Adam Silver, the commissioner, I think is going to address in the offseason because it's just such a bad look for the league.
Yeah, didn't he just have a meeting with a bunch of team owners to talk about this? Because, I mean, the whole idea of it, I mean, now it's like, apparently it's not even like, it used to be kind of masked a little bit where you couldn't see it so much, but I don't know if they're even doing that anymore. I think they're pretty much just like, hey, we're doing this. We're trying to get the number 1 pick. We're trying to get a top 5 pick.
It's kind of like the grift in our government. They're just like, why hide it?
Yeah. All right.
You have the Utah Jazz that have like a halfway decent roster, and they just made a deal at the deadline where they got Jaren Jackson Jr., one of the better big men in the league. He's playing 3 quarters, and then no matter the score, they take him out in the 4th, and all of their starters.
Yeah.
That's how the Magic were down by like 15 when they played the Jazz. The Jazz benched everyone in the 4th quarter, up by 15, and then and the Magic came back and won. And at no point was it like, oh, we got to get our starters back out there. No, this is the result that they're after. And they got fined $500,000, which is a drop in the bucket. I mean, that's nothing to these teams.
They'd pay that in advance if they could.
Especially if they end up getting the guy that they want.
Sure.
If this ultimately leads you to getting the pick that you're after, $500,000, how much do you think the Spurs would pay to guarantee that Victor Wembanyama was on the team?
$40 million, $50 million, $100 million? I mean, whatever they paid him time two.
Right.
I mean, I'm serious. He's a game changer. I mean, that guy's a franchise player. I mean, he will completely renovate that entire franchise.
And I will say, I think that too much attention is because it's such an inviting topic for platforms like we have. The tanking issue is discussed probably more than it should be. There's a lot of really good basketball going on right now. Tonight, the Spurs play the Pistons. Those are two of the best young teams in the league, two legit MVP caliber players in Cade Cunningham and Victor Wembanyama going head-to-head. If you're interested in good basketball and you're tired of a tanking discussion, watch that game tonight.
But how do they combat it? I mean, that's the thing is, how do they combat it? This has to be an owner's decision, does it not? I mean, I guess the league could also pass some rules, but how would they do that? Mandatory that how do you tell a coach it's mandatory that your starter plays at least 8 minutes in the fourth, or is that what it is? It's a period like every player that's a starter has to play at least 4 minutes each quarter or something like that?
Yeah, I think you just have to find a way to de-incentivize losing.
Because if you sit somebody, you'd have to have, they have to have an injury or a reason. And you would have to file that with the NBA to make sure that reason they sat, sprained ankle, whatever the case may be, would have to be followed up with a medical procedure, or at least a scan of some sort to prove that that's the reason you did it. I mean, I can't think of any other way you do that.
Yeah, and I think you would have teams that are just trying to win because of the competitiveness of the sport, no matter where their seeding is.
So they get penalized for that.
And right now, you're rewarded for losing because you get a higher percentage when it comes to the lottery. So I think that the easiest option, I think way too many people have overthought this.
Just take the percentage away?
Just make it flat.
Yeah, just make it flat.
If you make the playoffs, you're not in the lottery. If you're not in the playoffs, everybody has a 7% chance to win.
But if you think about it, it really isn't a true lottery, is it? I mean, if your chances are skewed, like let's say the real lottery was based on this, and I went up and I said, hey, I played this thing 100,000 times. I've not won anything. I should have a better chance than everybody else because I've played so much. I put so much money into this, I should have more opportunities than everybody else. This guy's only played like 30 times. You're telling me he's got the same chance to win as I do?
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't guarantee anything either. The Mavericks didn't have the highest percentage chance. They got the number one pick last year.
Yeah, I mean, the Magic's had their own experience at that, but I mean, those
they
are
got
also
Penny Hardaway. They had like a 1% chance.
But those are outliers. It doesn't happen like that all the time. I mean, Wemby went exactly where he was supposed to go.
Absolutely, and those are the stories that teams will go out of their way. Hey, if we're not going to win anyway, and our team isn't good, let's go out of our way to be awful, so that we guarantee ourselves one of the top players. Yeah. So
real quick. One quick question. It's fine. One quick question though. How just from what you understand, how do fans of those teams feel about that? Like
I think those fans like it.
You think they like it? You think they like paying money to go see a team lose on purpose?
I didn't say they like paying money. Yeah. I said that they like it just because. You go and pay money you buy a ticket to go watch a tanking product. It's kind of like buying Mayweather Pacquiao, to bring it back to the beginning of the discussion.
I guess
that's on you. You decide that you want to pay your money. But if you are a fan of your team and want to see them get better, the best way to do that when you're bad is to tank.
All right, what would you have last?
Well, you asked what else was going on in sports. I would just advise that if you've not checked out college basketball yet, now's the time you want to check in. Regular season's wrapping up. Conference tournament play is going to start in a week. And then March Madness will be here in the middle of March, and we all get into that and fill out our brackets. This is going to be a phenomenal college basketball tournament in the middle of March. There are about 10 teams, I think, that could win this thing. There's a lot of parity in the sport, really incredible freshmen. Part of the reason we're seeing a tanking issue this year, even more so in the NBA, is because of how many good young players there are in college.
I've got the Kalshi bet on the over on ESPN, how often the word bracket is said. I'm betting 1.65 trillion gagillion.
That's smart.
Yeah, and I've got the over. So
I think you can already start thinking about how you're going to spend that cash.
Always good seeing you, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
Brandon Kravitz, guys, good and loud. Yay!
He He's so dreamy.
He is so dreamy. Look at him. And he's making a silent exit. So sexy. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. So went out to dinner on Valentine's Day with my beautiful wife. We went to downtown Mount Dora. And as we walked into the restaurant, we noticed something. And it kind of goes back to what we were talking about a little bit earlier. And I'll tell you exactly what it is next. I need help.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
We're still dealing with an accident. I-4 eastbound before World Drive, right shoulder. There is blocked. Road Ranger on the scene. Slow ride for you. I-4 westbound between Parr Street and Robinson Street. Also, lots company on I-4 eastbound between 46 and 1792. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Florida Pest Control. Termite alert. Termite swarms are active in your area and can cause serious damage. Trust Florida Pest Control. Florida's termite expert since 1949. The only bugs they can control are litter bugs. Book a free inspection at flapest.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
When fire tears through a building, the damage can feel impossible to overcome. That's when Paul Davis Restoration steps in. The experts at Paul Davis understand how devastating fires can be to your commercial property and livelihood. For over 50 years, they've led the way in restoring properties after large-scale fire damage. With rapid response and experienced teams, Paul Davis helps rebuild faster and stronger, guiding owners every step of the way. Learn more at orlando.pauldavis.com. Paul Davis Restoration. When things go wrong, we do what's right.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. I'm here to talk to you about something a lot of guys don't like talking about, and that's low testosterone levels. You know, the truth is men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did, so it's a thing to deal with. And when you have low testosterone, you feel sluggish, you lose focus all the time, you have trouble in the bedroom. Nobody needs any of that. Get hold of my friends over at Red Mountain Weight Loss, redmountainweightloss.com. They'll help you get rid of that sluggish feeling. And if you call them now for a limited time, you're going to be able to get your testosterone levels set right, and they'll help you with GLP-1 weight loss medication. That's a $299 value when you give them a call now. That's redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com. Or pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword Red Mountain, and you'll be connected in seconds. That's redmountainweightloss.com. You'll feel a lot better when you get your testosterone right. redmountainweightloss.com.
Make your dream of a new Pavers driveway, pool deck, beautiful patio, and artificial turf a reality with Pavers Depot. Join us at the largest pavers showroom in Central Florida. Over 400,000 square feet in stock, including Temron brand pavers. Pavers Depot can get your job done in just 2 weeks with a free estimate on custom installation. Visit online at paversdepot.com or call 407-839-5900. 407-839-5900. paversdepot.com.
The world is always changing. Now you can track what's likely to happen and trade on the outcome with Kalshi. From politics and economics to breaking financial news, Kalshi markets show real-time probabilities of what will unfold, and you can make money on what you think will happen. The State of the Union is Tuesday. Will new policies be announced? What will Trump say? Who shows up? Trade outcomes live on Kalshi. Available in all 50 states. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code IHEART to get $10 when you trade $10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Powerful doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen. So the moment Total Wireless offers a free Samsung S25 FE with Galaxy AI, when you switch to the Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan, you take the network as powerful as you, with unlimited 5G data that won't slow you down. Now that's a total power move. Visit your neighborhood Total Wireless store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited 3-month plan or higher. External port in and ID verification. Available only in Total Wireless stores. Limit to 4 devices per account.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
At work, just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Yeah, Jack, I got fooled by those court ads too earlier in the season, and I noticed they would switch during the halves. And I'm like, man, are they prying the court up and swapping ads? I was like, this is crazy. And then one game, I saw it glitching out, and it was disappearing and reappearing and then showing up in the wrong spot, like in the crowd. And I'm like, oh, okay, they got some crazy computer sorcery going on. But yeah, it looks pretty crazy.
I was surprised at how good it looked. I can't.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even think that it was computer generated.
It was that
looked
solid?
like it was on the court, and not only that, there was a cactus behind it. You know, and I looked up. There's no public stores in Arizona.
Yeah.
So for it to be on the court at a Phoenix Suns game makes no sense.
Yeah.
So obviously it's just a new way of advertising. They found another way to get it. And there were like 2 other ads on the court, but I assumed they were all really painted on the court, and some of them may have been
interesting.
But that Publix ad on
super brilliant though to be able to sell that in an arena that isn't your team's, and you have to pay for all that fee to. That's crazy.
New revenue stream.
That's right. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'm Jim Debs here.
Hello.
So is Jack.
Yeah.
My favorite commercials right now. Have you seen the William Shatner ones?
Oh yeah. Well, no. I saw the one during the Super Bowl.
Like, talk about walking as close up right up to that line.
Oh, it's where he says that the word.
No, where he says he takes the the N-E-R off the end of his last name. So when he introduces himself, it's Will Shat.
It's the Shat.
It's the Will Shat on the car.
That's right. Yeah.
It's all this doo-doo. Is that dog a Shih Tzu?
That was their Super Bowl commercial for him, I believe.
Yeah, and it's still playing their Raisin Bran commercials. I'm shocked.
I guess I went to the bathroom at some point during the Super Bowl because I missed that one.
Yeah, it was a good one.
They're funny. But I'm surprised because, that's network TV, kind of like us, where you have to be very careful of the words and how close you get to that line.
Yeah, because, if you do it too much, they can, they'll argue that you're trying to do that. If you do it once or twice, it's like, oh, okay, that was cute. But if you do it a bunch,
it's like that S Creek show I can't mention.
Yeah. So here's the situation I had on Valentine's Day, Jack. You tell me what you would do, and I have one other thing, too, before we get out of here today.
Oh, I've got an opinion.
Yeah, very nice. Well, good. That's what we do here. So I'm glad you have it. So, and again, not calling anybody out, asking a question. Okay.
Was this on Valentine's Day proper?
It was.
Okay.
Actually, it was. So I booked at a place called the Goblin Market in downtown Mount Dora, known to be one of the best restaurants in all of Lake County. Can I tell you? Probably one of the better restaurants in the city of Orlando. Definitely in Lake County, one of the top stops for fine dining. And it is a fantastic setting. The food is incredible. It's been there forever. It's been successful forever. And even on a non-special day, getting a reservation there is tough. You have to call at least a week in advance.
Good luck.
and you can't make them online. You have to call. I mean, it's old school, and it's a good-ass restaurant. Very cool spot, right? And Mount Dora has a number of cool restaurants. And actually, just so happens that one right next door is also a restaurant. And when I say next door, it is separated by a shrub, if I remember right.
A walkway.
And a little walkway, right? So the Goblin Market has outdoor seating. They have a front patio and they have a back patio. The back patio is like a little not a grotto, but a little like a nook area that has like 4 or 5 tables, a giant oak tree it's magical, beautiful. The front area is a stereotypical like patio area that's like a porch area, and they have a couple tables out there.
I'm following.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So when you go to this restaurant, you can expect to pay a little bit of money. It is an upper level restaurant where more than likely, if you go in for dinner and a couple of drinks with an appetizer, you're going to be in that $150 to $225 range.
I think I realize why I haven't been.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
But one of the best old fashions in town, Jack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the upstairs bar.
But it's one of those places where it's a special occasion place if you want to go do something nice, right?
And if Valentine's Day is a special occasion, no doubt.
Right, yeah. And it wouldn't even have to be. We just went on Valentine's Day. I mean, they do the same thing every day. Like when the weather's nice, you want to sit outside and enjoy. And it just so happens next door, there's also a restaurant, right? Now, is it fair? Is it a Cuban restaurant?
Yes.
It is a Cuban restaurant I think it's called the Copacabana, all right? And the one reason I know about the Copacabana is because on Friday and Saturday nights, they have an outdoor patio, and they do live music on the outdoor patio.
Oh, this is like zero lot lines. I'm looking at a picture of it right now.
If I'm at the front door, listen, if I'm at the front door of Goblin Market sitting here, you are on stage at the Copacabana.
Yeah.
Is that accurate,
It's that
Deborah?
close.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty accurate, right? It's that close. The music was so loud at the Copacabana. And when I say loud, it was so loud that
How loud was it?
As we're walking into the restaurant, I said to my wife, that music's loud. And she said, what? She could not hear me.
She gets it.
She could not hear me. There was a couple dining on the front porch of this restaurant. They were about to spend $250 on dinner, and they could not hear themselves think. They were literally looking at each other in bewilderment that they had to deal with that.
Yeah.
Having that really expensive nice dinner and next door literally having a full-blown concert. Now, the crazy thing is it sounded great. The place was popping. Everybody was having fun. That music was way, way, way intrusive. I don't know what the ordinance is in Mount Dora when it comes to noise and when it comes to how things are supposed to roll there. But dude, I'm telling you, I can't believe that no one's complained about how loud that restaurant is right next to the other restaurant.
I don't understand the fact that even the outdoor seating for the restaurant you were at is about at least 20, 25 feet away from this outdoor area. The people who were at the Copacabana place, how loud was that? Or did they have hearing?
Let me give you an example. When we left the restaurant, we went around the corner and down the road to go get a drink and after drink, and I could hear it as if I was standing next to it a block away.
Yeah.
That's how loud it was. So I don't know what you do there. I don't know if the Goblin Market is supposed to complain to the city about noise and how loud it's supposed to be. But I can't imagine you could even use that. It renders that outdoor seating completely useless.
I think that's a conversation. I'd like to think as business owners, the best way would be to try and have the owners kind of come to an agreement and say, we want to be good neighbors. We're both in business here. We don't want to hurt each other's business. This is a problem. Can we come up with a solution?
And by the way, Jack, the entire patio area that this band is playing to is probably from the back of the wall behind me to the back of C-Lane Studio over there.
Yeah.
That's about that wide. That's about how, in other words, it doesn't have to be that loud for the entire patio to hear the music. It could be half that volume and it would still be too much.
It's not that big, but it is right next door. And you're right, separated by a shrub and a walkway.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it was, you could hear it inside the restaurant. Like when we walked into the Goblin Market, you could still hear it. And we were upstairs and you could still hear it. You could hear when they stopped and started songs. And I just thought to myself, I'm like, man, if I owned this place, I'd be losing my mind. Because, I mean, again, you render the outdoor seating useless because there's no way you can sit out there and have any conversation at all with your date or whomever you're with that going on next door. And I just couldn't understand why it was so loud. Like, I love the music. It sounded great. And the party was kicking. We almost went over.
Right.
But it was so blinking loud, you couldn't hear yourself think. And it didn't need to be. They could have easily created the same exact aura with a third of that volume. So I just didn't get it. You could hear it throughout the entire city.
What?
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Google Maps. This is amazing.
Yeah,
and
it is
I
amazing.
see exactly what you're talking about.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Man, I really want to talk about this bail program thing, but I don't think we have enough time to do it justice, so I think I'm going to save this till tomorrow.
Yeah, that's...
Did you hear the story, though?
You talked about it a little bit before.
Yeah. I don't think we can talk about it now. And I know that we have people that have dealt with the bail program and the bail situation, but there's a new law they're trying to pass in Orlando to really pinch the way that a certain organization deals with bails. And the reason why I think some people would probably agree with it is because it's bail. People have done something wrong. So I don't know that people like showing those kind of people,
mercy.
Well, any mercy or giving them breaks because, the bail system in itself is a break. But what they're doing is really bizarre.
But, there are people who don't think having cash bail is fair because it's a tilted level of justice where if people of means can, get out of jail without a problem because they have the correct change, where, people who are not of means are stuck behind bars because they can't do that.
And that's why this program is exactly in place because of what you said, because for the people who don't have the means, the organizations that we're talking about provide them with that. And the state's trying to shut that down. And what they're trying to do that is really kind of crazy. And again, we'll bring this up tomorrow. And don't forget Mike Leinbach tomorrow. He's a former shuttle launch director. He's going to be on at 4:20 to talk about everything NASA and talk about the Artemis program.
4:20?
Yep.
Okay.
Why? What's up?
I'm going to have to get our push notification moved up an hour.
Oh, that's all right. Don't worry about it.
It was 5:20.
Yeah. It's 4:20. He has to be out by 5.
Got it.
Yeah, so we got to do him in for a segment. We'll do a long segment.
He's in retirement.
Well,
He's too busy.
It's not
He's
that,
too
actually.
busy for us.
The fact is, he has older dogs and he lives a little bit away, so he doesn't want to leave the dogs gone that long. And it's an hour or so for him to get here and an hour for him to get home. So
why don't we just bring the show to him?
We could.
That would be awesome.
He would probably be cool with
Let's go do it at Kennedy Space Center.
There we
again.
go.
And then lastly here, and this kind of goes to what we're talking about today for the question of the day, and I think I promoted this perfectly at the right time, 25 minutes before the show's over, which I think one person who texted the show said it best. I mean, we should just put this up there and say, this is the story Jimmy's not going to get to today.
Right.
Deb, would you go to a bar because of who owned it?
No.
If the owner was a big celebrity?
No.
Okay. I've been to Nashville a number of times, and it's almost impossible to walk down Boardwalk and not go into a bar owned by some former country star or current country star. And I didn't know, and that really is our question of the day. Like, would you go somewhere if it was endorsed or owned by a national celebrity? Like Kid Rock's got a bar there, Alan Jackson's got a bar there, Toby Keith's got a bar there, and I guess if you pick the one you like and you go in their bar. Here in town, I think we have one already, a country bar owned by. Is it Blake Shelton? It's called Old Red.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think we have a
I
bar
didn't
in town
even know
called
that.
Old Red out on Drive, and I think that's a Blake Shelton restaurant. And Luke Combs now is throwing his hat into the celebrity-owned restaurant / bar.
I like him. He did the Tracy Chapman cover, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Just the interviews I saw with him, he seemed like a cool guy.
Yeah, he's opening up a bar at Universal Studios at City Walk, and I'm waiting for my computer to catch up here. But it's going to have your stereotypical country bar stuff. It's going to have food, line dancing, drinks and stuff of that nature. But he's calling it something weird. I guess it's part of one of his albums or something, like Speed 10 or something like that. I can't think of the name of it exactly. But Luke Combs bringing a bar to town. The country music's still kind of doing its thing a little bit.
Let's see. Luke Combs' new bar.
Yeah,
That's just what I typed, Deb. Exactly, word for word.
This computer.
Exactly what I typed.
This computer works when it wants
Category 10?
There you go.
Category 10, that's it. And I guess because he has a song called Category 10 that's very popular. I'm not a country music guy. I do not know.
A massive multi-level bar and entertainment venue.
Yeah.
In downtown Nashville.
Yeah. He's got one coming here, too. And I think he has a couple others, actually, as well.
Yep, Universal City Walk, baby.
Yeah. Pretty good spot to do it if you're going to do it. I hope it goes well. I mean, it's a new thing out there. I mean, they have some cool stuff. I haven't been to City Walk in a while, man. I got to get out there.
I am going on Sunday night.
Are you really? What's up?
Toto at the Hard Rock Live.
Man, really?
Yeah, we were giving away tickets, and we gave away tickets on Captain Zog Radio. We gave away tickets when they first went on sale here on the air.
Is Lukather playing for them still?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, really? Are you serious?
Hell yeah. He was playing when I went to see him last summer at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater.
Man, one of the most influential guitar players in the history of rock, man.
Yep.
And that guy he gets it from the people in the business, but like he doesn't have that one-off name like your Eddie Van Halen's or Ronnie or your Steve Vai or Joe Satriani, but that guy has written or been part of some of the biggest musical projects out there.
How about Thriller?
Yeah,
the Thriller album.
He's incredible, dude.
Yeah, also Joe Williams singing for him, the guy we interviewed here on the show.
So cool, man.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. Dell, what do you got for news?
Nick Reiner makes an appearance in court. Closer to home, a Volusia County student is accused of plotting a school shooting. And forget about it.
Okay.
What's happening to New York City's accent?
No.
We'll talk about that coming up next during You Heard It Here First.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news, get the hell out of here on a Monday.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
After the heat this weekend, we are going back into the freezer. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Storm Team alerts into our Tuesday morning for that cold air. Sorry tonight, the wind lightens up, but still going to feel brutal. Early Tuesday morning, lows fall back into the low to mid 30s. Freeze warnings for essentially all of us, including Orlando. Wind chills into the middle to upper 20s. So bundle up early in the day. Temperatures a little warmer slightly for our Tuesday as high pressure continues to build in. We are expecting highs right around 60 under plenty of sunshine. At least it'll look nice, right? From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
I'm a good person. I pay my taxes, and then, right when I get my refund check, bam! Car dealers want it for a down payment. Well, not this year. I'm going to RC. RC Hill Mitsubishi. Every vehicle is a dime.
It's my tax time dime down sales event. It's inventory tax time, and I'm way overstocked. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. Brand new 2025s and 200 certified used cars and trucks must go. Get $5,687 over KBB trade value. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. With 0% financing for 72 months. Get into the best back car in America at RC Hill Mitsubishi.
Plus, you get a lifetime warranty. Lifetime on new and pre-owned.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi.
In DeLand, just 2 miles off I-4.
DeLand and Ocala.
RCHill.com.
RCHill.com.
Dime down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
What does your ex and traffic have in common? Both can hold you back. At TK Law, they help you move forward with confidence and a plan for your future. TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Your Bike Week adventure starts and ends at Teddy Morse's Destination Daytona. Hundreds of vendors, bike shows, food trucks, live bands, and the craziest stunt shows. Take the scenic route through the loop from February 27th to March 8th and catch industry-leading vendors, top-tier bike shows, live stunts, and bands all week long. The coolest bikes, the most trusted vendors. If you're riding during the 85th Bike Week, spend it with the riders at Teddy Morse's Destination Daytona.
International Diamond Center makes getting the ring of her dreams easier than ever. March 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's our annual Tacori and Viraggio Bridal Weekend. The world's most renowned ring designers. They're here on the IDC stage with hundreds of new trending styles. For this event, get special incentives on these exquisite rings. Save up to $4,500 when you buy the engagement ring and wedding band. Or take advantage of 36 months zero-interest financing. And all new this year, if you're looking for a lab-grown diamond, we've got you covered. In fact, if you buy any Tacori or Viraggio setting, we'll give you a lab-grown diamond for free. Don't miss the biggest bridal showcase ever at IDC, featuring the industry's leaders in handcrafted, unique, and distinctive rings. Let our experts match the ring with the perfect hand-picked natural diamond, or ask about how you can get a free lab-grown diamond up to 5 carats. It's next weekend, March 6th, 7th, and 8th, exclusively at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Your kid goes to bed a size 8 and wakes up a size 10. That's not magic. That's expensive. Unless you shop at Academy Sports and Outdoors. They've got undefeatable prices on all the best brands in sports gear, like Nike, Easton, and Baseball Lifestyle 101. And on the off chance that you find a better price at a competitor, Academy will beat it by 5%. That's their best price guarantee, which kind of is magic. Academy, fun can't lose.
What if you could buy a flippable, two-sided mattress made with the finest materials that cost less than other luxury brands? This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. And this is exactly what you'll find with our new Orthos line, available exclusively at OMF. We build these by hand using premium materials like wool and cotton. It's old-world craftsmanship with modern comfort, our most extraordinary sleep system. Built locally at a price other luxury brands just can't match. Visit the Original Mattress Factory and experience the Orthos line for yourself.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Pavers Depot.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead, and we will look ahead tomorrow on Real Radio, Tuesday edition, and we expect Detective Barb to be in for the Monsters in the morning. Also, Teal Piper expected to join in. Another chance for you to win tickets to Earth Day Birthday. That all happens tomorrow on the Monsters. When it comes time to look ahead for you and the well-being of your family, in the world of family law, there is only one choice. It's TK Law. And you can connect with them, just like I did, at onefirmforlife.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Talking about Steve Lukather, I don't know if you heard, but he's going to help Alex Van Halen on some unfinished Van Halen songs.
I did hear
and
that, yeah.
They've yet to choose a singer, but speaks highly of him if Alex Van Halen chooses him to finish up Eddie Van Halen's songs.
Hey, Jimmy. Back in the 80s, I was at a bar in South Beach called Mickey's, which was owned by Mickey Rourke, where I saw Mickey Rourke get thrown out for being too drunk. I thought it was comical.
That's more rock star
than... Have a great day.
Dude, that's the most rock star thing of all time. Dude, if you get thrown out of your own bar, I think you should make a movie about you in the streets that night.
I think it's called Roadhouse.
Hey, don't forget to visit us in Eustis, broadcasting again live. God, this is the first back-to-back live we've done, right?
Yeah.
Coming off the juice from the Whiskey Kitchen. I guess we're going to tear it up out there. That's right. We're going to be there in Farron Park, live from 3 until 7 this Friday. We're up there with George Fest, EustisGeorgeFest.org, 124th annual. And guys, don't sleep on this, by the way. This is a cool-ass event. If you Google images from the past, you can see how big this party is, and it's going to be a good-ass time. So we expect to be out there with the Shaylin Band, one of the coolest R&B funk bands you'll ever see, and, of course, the legend Mac McAnally will be there as well. We'll see you live 307 right there in Farron Park.
Maybe you'll get lucky enough and you'll get to watch Jimmy, geek out again over the Shaylin Band.
Oh, yeah, and I will because I love them.
Fanboy out.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello. Yeah.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
By the way, remind everybody, Jack, this week we'll need some new YouTube prompts.
Oh, that's right. So just for the whole week, we are going to be streaming our show on the Real Radio YouTube channel, but we made the same address so you can get to us the same way. You go to realradio.fm/watch. It'll just bring you to the Real Radio YouTube page, and that's where you watch the Jim Colbert Show all week long. Join us because we know you want to see our pretty face.
And I've actually been a little bit more active on our Facebook page, the Jim Members page. If you want to join that, I've been commenting and liking and sharing stuff off that page. If you want to be part of that, please do that. I'm visiting there at least a couple times a day now.
It's really the only place on Facebook I go now because it's the only place that's safe.
Yeah.
It is one of the only safe places.
Yeah.
Man, we can bring up some really good questions there, by the way. We had 2 this entire weekend. I was like, that's a great question. I went in there and I was just like, what everybody else said right above me is all right.
Yeah.
They all killed it. We had a smart audience, man. We really do.
Oh, yeah.
We have a smart ass. You go and read the Gym Members page and you see some of the comments and some of the advice that people are getting after asking these questions. You're like, I'm proud of that because these people are giving, it's not just people goofing on each other. They're giving sound advice that they think will work for that person. I think that's cool.
It's the smartest audience in radio of any of the shows here on Real Radio. Our audience is the smartest. And I can say that because if you are hearing me say that, you're one of the smart people. So you're covered.
He's looking for that blind flattery.
Yeah, even if you listen to the other shows, that's okay. We want you to listen to them all. But if you're listening to us, it just proves you're of the elevated intellect.
I agree with you 1,000%.
There you go.
All right, Deb, let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Nick Reiner pleaded not guilty to the murders of his parents, Hollywood icon Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner. Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Hochman says this is a death penalty eligible case.
Along those lines, we take the process in which we determine whether or not the death penalty should be sought extremely seriously, and it goes through a very rigorous process.
32-year-old Nick Reiner entered his plea in a downtown Los Angeles courtroom this morning following multiple delays in his arraignment. Reiner is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder on suspicion of stabbing his parents to death inside their Brentwood home in December. They're still waiting for the coroner's report.
Are they really?
Yeah, they are.
Damn.
Reiner is being represented by public defender Kimberly Green after his initial attorney stepped away from the case. He remains behind bars without bail. His next court appearance is April 29th, when a preliminary hearing is scheduled to be set.
Would they not release that because they want it protected by the court or something? They wouldn't want that to become like fodder for the tabloids? Is that why they would do that?
I don't know, and I don't believe so, because some of the actualities that I heard earlier were saying that they're still waiting on that report, both the prosecution and the defense.
Okay, all right.
I was surprised at the amount of time.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious what happened, right?
Yeah. All right, closer to home, a Volusia County 12-year-old is accused of plotting to shoot up her middle school. Authorities say the child posted a detailed manifesto about her plans to carry out a mass shooting at Southwestern Middle School in DeLand. And Jack, you had made the comment earlier. I think you were kind of joking, but turns out you were right on the money. She told police she made the plan due to bullying.
Yeah.
Charges include, quote, written threats to kill and misuse of a two-way communications device, end quote.
I have to tell you, though, we haven't talked about it much because it's just a bummer, and who the F wants to talk about kids shooting up schools. But have you guys noticed over the last 6 months or so how many times these things have been thwarted by cops? They have made great progress, guys, because I'm telling you, this is like the 4th one, I believe,
right,
over the last 6 months that cops have sniffed out, or at least they've taken the threat seriously, and they've gone in and they've stopped them. I almost said the S word, 2 right here in Orlando. 1, remember just the other one, the stabbing thing that was going to get planned?
Right. But it takes the school administration and it takes parents.
Yeah, it takes students.
But what I'm saying is people are taking these threats seriously now. That's what I'm saying is like it's not flying under the radar or some kid popping off because they're pissed. You have to investigate this stuff.
And then finally, a new survey shows New York City's accent is slowly becoming less noticeable. The major word search brand Wordfinder says the Big Apple dialect is now only number 12 on the list of places losing their vocal flair.
Wow, really?
That's not the worst, with Appalachian dialect, Southern twangs, and Louisiana Creole accents seemingly dying out the fastest.
Wow, really? I do not see that or hear that, man. I'm telling you, every time I see somebody from that Alabama, Mississippi, or Texas area, they all sound the same.
Well, it all comes as about 70% of surveyed parents say they want their children to speak what they're calling, quote, General American, end quote.
Yeah, all right, General American.
And you heard it here first.
That means not Spanish.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
No, that's not anything other than.
Put on Kid Rock, damn it.
Yeah, but who do we have to thank today? He's busy working out and doing the cold dipping jeans.
Yeah, I'm sure. We want to thank Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 The Game. Just in case you missed him talking sports, his podcast has already been posted at the Jim Colbert Show. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it as always. Jack, question of the day?
Oh,
we put it out there so early so people can get involved.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
Do national celebrity endorsements make you more likely to use a product or service? And this was in relation to Luke Combs having a new bar.
I got to tell you, I have an argument that this works better on females than it does on males.
Well,
and I learned that because of the Kim Kardashian stuff and all the influencer pushing like makeup and things. Man, there's a faction of females that eat that stuff up.
Yeah.
They buy it like crazy.
And I believe you can at least double the number, because I believe people don't like to admit they can be swayed by celebrity endorsements. But I believe it completely works. But
I'll go 28%.
12.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. Those are the ones who admit it.
Yeah. All right, big day coming up tomorrow. Mike Leinbach will join us. He's a former shuttle launch director. He'll be on around 4:20 to talk about the Artemis program. Plus, we'll do It's Only Money tomorrow. We have What You Do That's New tomorrow. So big day coming up tomorrow. You guys tune in.
Yeah.
Tell a friend.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jack. I appreciate that.
I was trying to figure
Great support,
I was
as
trying to
always.
remember what trivia game.
Right.
I don't know if it's the age one or the money one. It's
Tomorrow's
the
money
money one.
network knockout tomorrow.
Because Tuesdays are about money.
And I'm going to add a wrinkle to that.
Oh,
so
really?
another wrinkle coming tomorrow.
Ooh.
On behalf of Dab and Jack, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Monday evening.
Stay warm. Bye.
I do ginger brandy.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic still a little heavy this evening. I-4 westbound between the Beach Line and 535. Also sluggish. I-4 westbound between 192 and 429. Tapping the brakes on Florida's Turnpike southbound between 417 and Osceola Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Staples has hot deals and super low prices on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Shop Staples in-store, online, or in the app. Ends April 18th. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay